This is Christian Copeland, broadcaster for Big State Sports, and you're watching high school football right here on YouTube.
We offer installation of siding, vinyl, and composite. We also do replacement windows, doors, roofs, decks, attic insulation, and e-shield.
For years, it had been the same routine, working all night. Ah, those beautiful faces. I wanted more, for me, for them, for our futures. There was this day that something changed, a simple moment of dress-up. It opened my eyes.
Take charge of your future and go big at CCM.
Here at Open Road Mazda of Morristown, we strive to provide a stress-free, knowledgeable, positive buying experience. No matter your budget, we'll find the right car for you.
Drive home the 2025 Mazda CX-50 for just $229 a month.
Check us out for yourself.
Here at Open Road Cadillac, everybody gets treated just like family. We always make sure we find the right car for you.
The 2025 Cadillac Lyriq, now for the limited time price of only $529 a month. Open Road Cadillac of Morristown in Florham Park, New Jersey.
This game is brought to you by Aaron Mizzarelli of State Farm in Randolph. My licensed and experienced team members are here to serve you for all of your insurance and financial service needs in New Jersey and New York. We offer excellent customer service, and our office is conveniently located in Randolph, New Jersey. For a free auto, home, life, or business quote, visit us at aaronmizzarelli.com or call us at 973-389-9999.
When the storm hits, don't let your roof quit. We are fast, we are strong, we get it done right.
Wow, I need that roofer.
That's Proven Roofing. They're the best. For roofs that last, just give us a ring. Proven Roofing. We do everything.
Pick Your Cards is located on Route 46 in Ledgewood. Our huge inventory can be shopped online at pickyourcards.com, where you can use the code BIGSTATESPORTS for an extra discount.
At Pascarella Brothers, we love creating great food for our customers.
Everything is made daily using real fresh ingredients, and you can taste the difference.
We specialize in creating gluten-free options for our customers, all prepared in a separate area so there's no cross-contamination.
We also pride ourselves on providing unparalleled catering for events big and small.
We love what we do.
Stop into Pascarella Brothers.
You'll taste the difference.
Don't wait, your dream ride is waiting at Garden State Harley-Davidson. From Harley legends to rugged CF Moto off-road beasts, the season's best selections here now, Route 10 East Morris Plains.
Struggling with confidence, inconsistency, and playing scared? Learn how to unlock your potential and perform at your best when it matters the most with Top Mental Game. Your talent sets the floor. Your mindset sets the ceiling. When the moment comes, will you be ready?
You think you need to do something academically for your child this summer, but you're not sure what. Come see us at Sylvan. We know exactly how to help your child, and it's fun here. Be proactive and make learning part of your summer schedule. Visit sylvansummer.com today.
This is George Muha, and you're watching Big State Sports.
Fitness Factory of Rockaway is a 50,000 square foot super club located right on Route 46 in Rockaway Borough, offering a full service facility with state-of-the-art equipment unparalleled by any other club in the area. Classes are included in the membership. Locker rooms fully equipped and have saunas. Personal training and kids club are available as well.
This broadcast is made possible for you by the Chatham Club, a proud supporter of Chatham Athletics, and where fitness is always close to home.
From forced hot air and hot water baseboards to steam heat and heat pumps, it doesn't matter if it's oil, natural gas, propane, or electricity. Let us help you feel the energy. B.A. Colella Heating and Cooling. Let your comfort be our concern.
Green Home Solutions is a huge supporter of Big State sports and the New Jersey high school student athletes.
Spear Air in Rockaway is one of the top companies in the state providing residential and commercial HVAC installation and replacement services, along with their whole home generator installation, replacement, and service. Go to Spear Air to schedule an appointment right now.
This broadcast is made possible by Peak Properties Group, brokered by eXp Realty. They proudly sponsor high school sports in northern New Jersey and the surrounding areas. Peak Properties Group, defined by your dreams, guided by our expertise.
Athletic Fields of America in Montville, New Jersey has become an industry leader in synthetic turf. Serving the greater New York, New Jersey, and Eastern PA regions, we have delivered hundreds of both synthetic turf and natural grass sports fields for youth and recreational levels, all the way up to the highest standards and requirements of the NCAA. Our goal with every project is to provide our customers with exceptional workmanship, extraordinary service, and professional integrity while constructing a superior product that you can enjoy for years to come. Visit athleticfieldsofamerica.com. This game is brought to you by Aaron Mizzarelli of State Farm in Randolph. My licensed and experienced team members are here to serve you for all of your insurance and financial service needs in New Jersey and New York. We offer excellent customer service, and our office is conveniently located in Randolph, New Jersey. For a free auto, home, life, or business quote, visit us at aaronmizzarelli.com or call us at 973-389-9999.
AP Roofing and Siding, your local experts in roofing, siding, trim, and exterior work. We deliver the best service, quality products, and peace of mind, no matter the size of the job. Call now for your free estimate at 908-879-4729 or visit us at aproofingendsiding.com.
Third down to give. Montella cuts back up the middle, and he's over 1,000 yards, and he's off to the races.
Up in the air, blocked down!
Dumping in, wide open net. Too easy right there.
Molly Chapman, she'll take off from the wing. That one's good.
Webb trying to get the pin.
Here we go.
And they got it! That would win it for Warren Hill.
Great senior night ceremony here at Lenby Valley High School.
A 63 save performance by Casey Connor, the Crimson.
Can he break his record? Penty Edwards wins it.
First game of your conference schedule.
So good, and we're all so pumped and just happy to
Lineups ahead tonight on more Sussex Field.
All right, good afternoon and welcome to Gifford Field out here today at Morris Hills High School here in Rockaway, New Jersey for a divisional matchup between the Chatham Cougars and the Morris Hills Scarlet Knights. Zach Smolin, Matt Merlano, Tatiana Camacho, as well as Caleb Mueller all hanging out with you today. It is blisteringly hot. It is uncomfortable, but it is still going to be a lot of fun out here today. It is 80 degrees and cloudy with thunderstorms incoming, and that's brought to you by our friends at ICS. Keeping it cool to top warm when it's cold. Go to ICSHVAC.com for all of your comfort needs. We're coming to you live from the Meadowmount Bear broadcast booth since 1930. Meadowmount Bear PC has been a trusted legal partner for all of life's biggest plays, from business deals and personal matters. Our experienced attorneys provide hands-on attention and innovative solutions. For nearly a century, we've built enduring relationships across diverse industries, whether or wherever you are, wherever your legal need, and whether it's personal or professional, Meadowmount Bear PC is on your team. Learn more at mbLawFirm.com. This game is brought to you locally by our friends at Dustin Lofting, your trusted real estate partner, navigating the market with expertise and integrity. Mexican Spice. Craving really good Mexican spice food? Well, how about a taco truck for your next party? Sound good? Mexican Spice in Chatham has you covered. Mexican Spice for a little taste of Mexico. I'd also like to thank Abe's Bagel House, serving the best bagels in Rockaway and the Morris County area. Visit them at abesbagelhousemenu.com or call them at 973-315-6374. And we'd also like to thank Packaging Efficiency Solutions, specialty packaging equipment manufacturer, improving productivity through innovation. Check them out at packagingefficiency.com or call them at 862-209-4882. I'd like to welcome in my broadcast partner, Matt Merlano, here today. Matt, a much better Morris Hills team than we've seen in the past. This is a group of sophomores that's played together for a really long time, and it was really great to see them have some success in week 0 under the lights in this brand new turf field against Dover.
Yes, there's an incredible amount of excitement here in Rockaway about this new field and a new look program for the Morris Hills Scarlet Knights. Although they lost many key offensive contributors last year, Manny Ospina, the leading passer, Amoldi Ferreira, the leading rusher, among others, they're looking to see big plays from guys like Emilio Magro and Robert Studer, Tyler Farrer, among others. But this Chatham team is a team that has given Morris Hills multiple problems in the past couple of years. In the past in this rivalry, Morris Hills has been dominant against the Cougars, our data going back to 03, and still the overall record is 12-5 for Morris Hills. But the past 3 years, the Scarlet Knights have only put up 7 points in 3 tries against the Cougars.
Yeah, and since 2024, outscoring them 111-7. So it's been a lot lately, but this is going to be a much more competitive football game out here today with the, as the PA said, the gallant defenders of their realm out here today for Morris Hills. Super excited to see the Scarlet Knights here. And also our first look at the Chatham Cougars this season. Very good last year, 7-3. It seems like Evan Piccarello teams just love to be 7-3. In his first 4 seasons, they finished with that exact record 3 times, and the only other season, 3-7. So we'll see if Chatham can do something besides that this year and maybe make a little bit of a deeper run in a really tough Group 4. Last year they had a plus 135 point differential. They do have a new quarterback for the 3rd time in as many years, but there's a lot of confidence around Ryan Hogan as a guy that has the arm of Will Allen, but also the legs of Jackson Hodges, who was their quarterback a couple of years ago. So if he can show that dynamicism out here today, you know, it's going to cause a lot of problems for this Morris Hills defense.
Well, Chatham was a program in the 5 years before Coach Evan Piccarello took over. They were 8-39. Then Coach Pick came in, and he's in his 5th year with the team. I got to stop because we got the anthem.
Yes, we do. National anthem time here in Rockaway. End of the national anthem means the beginning of football here in Rockaway, New Jersey, and it's now time for our starting offensive lines for both these teams, driven by Open Ramaza of Morristown. On the side for the Scarlet Knights, Ian Coronado will be your right tackle. Your left tackle will be Sean Sapansky. The starting center will be Tyler DeSanto with Evan Owanski at the right guard. And at left guard will be Colin Apgar. Over on the other side for the Chatham Cougars, Dylan Abernathy will get the start at right tackle. At left tackle, we'll see some Ryan Bailey. Cooper Pizzonia will be the starting center with Charlie Murray, the Denizen commit, over at left guard. And Jace Catullo, who will be headed to UPenn at school year's end. He will be your right guard. And Catullo is going to be a big difference maker out here today. You know, anytime you have a 6'4", 295-pound lineman out there, always makes a difference. Smart kid, committed to UPenn, actually put on 30 pounds of muscle in the offseason. So only getting better is Catullo, and he's going to do a great job in protecting this run game featuring Shep Boyd today, and, of course, the new starting quarterback with the side of Ryan Hogan.
Of course. I mean, Catullo, you can see him out there in the middle, one of the captains wearing number 75. Crazy to have a kid that big, that talented at football, and also that smart in the classroom going to UPenn. Great for him. You mentioned at the start this is a league game for both of these teams, and it's a very tough league. You have Mendham in there who went undefeated. Montville's also in there, a team that's always to beat. They beat Sparta last weekend, and they also beat Warren Hills. I'm thinking Morris Hills because we're here. Chatham's in here. They finished 3rd in the league last year, made it all the way to the North 2 Group 4 semis. And then you still have teams like Warren Hills who can compete. Despite the toughness of the division, Morris Hills and Parr Hills rounding out this very tough Liberty Blue division in the SFC.
It's really tough, especially when all these programs are clicking. It's going to be a lot, as we got to make sure we have our paperweights ready to go out here today with the fan. We've also got a little Wasp friend hanging out with us in front, so that should be a lot of fun. The captains have met at midfield, and we're just about ready for kickoff here. The game time got moved from 1 o'clock to noon for pretty much our entire slate out here today to try to avoid the incoming thunderstorms in the area. Hence all the humidity that we've had out here today.
Yeah.
And the pep band from Morris Hills doing a nice job to our left. They'll be countered by the Chatham pep band across there, making a lot of noise as Morris Hills will be the first to receive.
Well, Zach, before we get the kick here, you mentioned the wind coming in. That's probably the only saving grace today with the weather.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have a very, very humid day, but it is a good day to be outside and a good day for football, and hopefully we avoid those storms later.
Milo Semioli is going to be the backup quarterback today. It will be kicking off, and deep to receive will be Tanner Bryant, a sophomore, someone we're going to say a lot, and Hudson Smith, also a sophomore. About 80 to 90% of this Morris Hills team are just in their second year of high school. So this is a team to look out for, not just this year, but in the future as well. Chatham going from right to left on your screen out there in white, and out there in scarlet and white will be the Scarlet Knights. This is up in the air and fielded by Smith just inside the 10. Hudson Smith holding it high and tight over on his right side, and he's wrestled down by a prowl of Cougars led by Matt Bedoya, the senior, and that is where Morris Hills will set up shop here with Tyler Farrer.
Looks like they'll be at their own 21. Let's see what the Scarlet Knights can do. Last Thursday night, not the weekend, they opened their season 29-6, a win against the Dover Tigers 2 years ago, an Ivy Division team. And that was the first game under the new lights here at Morris Hills. Today, their first afternoon game of the season, and next week they also have a league game against Warren Hills.
And that'll be a really interesting game, too, because Warren Hills just lost to Montville after beating Vernon, so we'll get a really good feel in the division. Lining up at tailback is Rocco Centrella over in this formation. Stretched out is Jack Wands, as he'll see some time out there on the wing. He's covered up by the number 2 of Caden Gabriel. Farrer puts Wands in motion. They give it to the 7 on a sweep to the outside, and Wands is brought down in the backfield. Big tackle there by Sonny Arden, and Wands is down for a loss of about 3 yards.
Looks like Michael McAniff in there as well, number 17 for the Cougars. It'll be a loss. And now Morris Hills looking at 2nd and long coming up, maybe 2nd and 13, back inside their own 20.
Yeah, so the thing with Chatham is they're very strong around the edges. A lot of big-time linebackers. You got Hunter Bingham in there, Caden Gabriel up the middle, and a very talented secondary as well. How they seal the edges will be a big part of their success today. Farrer looking off the play fake, fires over to the outside and in and out of the hands of Hudson Smith. Not a bad play call there.
Fans in front of us not very happy. I believe they're wishing for a flag on the play, but that won't happen.
No, I don't think so either. Perhaps a call for a late hit. He had Smith right there. Smith only caught 1 pass last week for 8 yards. Farrer was 6 for 11, 25 yards. He threw a pick, but ran well. 3 rushes for 24 yards and a touchdown. And their defense looked good too. Big sack by Tyler Marks against Dover. As Farrer is set to relay the signals from the outside from head coach Bruce Campbell. It'll be 3rd down and about 13. Against a vaunted Chatham defense that only gave up 14 points per game last season. 2 receivers split out to the near side on your screen. Studer and Smith is in the slot. Farrer drops back to pass from under center. Looks at his options. Now wheeling over to the outside. He's going to tuck and run. Farrer will tap dance out of bounds right around the 30-yard line. He's going to be short of the 1st down. We'll see exactly where they spot this ball. Looks like it might be around the 29.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 4 for Morris Hills.
So a nice 9-yard run for Farrer, and decision time here. Now, it was a nice run by Farrer there, but against this Chatham defense, it might be quite the gamble to not punt it here deep. So they're going to punt it here with Hunter Tempesta, who's kind of a do-it-all kind of guy. He's a tight end, an outside linebacker. He'll kick, he'll punt. And the Scarlet Knights also guilty of a penalty, so they'll be moving backwards. They guilty of the first penalty out here today, losing 5 yards.
That makes the decision a little bit easier. Going
Much easier.
to 4th and 8 instead of 4th and about 3.
McAniff deep to receive. He had 3 catches for 46 yards and a touchdown last year against Morris Hills. Punt goes up, low line drive. McAniff inside his own 45. The big man rolls to the outside, sheds 1 tackle, stays on his feet, goes over to the 40, and is pulled down by the 56 of Tyler Marks. Now, Tyler Marks might like special teams more than anybody else I've ever heard in my entire life. He once joked to Coach Campbell, Coach, if I get taken off the kickoff team, I might quit football. That's how much that this kid loves special teams. He just wants to get out there and hit somebody.
Well, it's good to know if you're any college coaches out there looking for somebody on your special teams unit. I'm sure Marks would be very happy to join you.
Sophomore,
Let's see what this Chatham team can do. First time we'll see their offense this game and this year.
Starting from the 38-yard line, the center. Setting up there in Pizzonia. I'm excited to see what Ryan Hogan's got. He threw just 1 pass last year, gained 11 yards. Hogan with Shep Boyd in the backfield joining him. Hogan fakes the give, fires outside to McAniff. McAniff with a man to beat. 1 man goes down in front of him, but a shoestring tackle. They do get over the 20-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. They get to the 19 from the 38.
Hudson Smith made the tackle, hanging on for dear life on McAniff's leg, and now he's got to tie his shoe. We'll see what they can do with a fresh set of downs in the red zone. Chatham and Ryan Hogan, a great pass to start his starting career for the Chatham varsity squad.
He's already exceeded his career high in passing yards just with that one right there. Picks up 19 to McAniff, the receiver on the outside. It's going to go right back to the well. McAniff off a block, rumbles through. He's going to make it just by the 10-yard line, maybe to the 11. So that's a nice little gain that time as well of about 8 yards. And, I mean, why not go to McAniff over and over and over again? 24 catches for 360 yards, 3 TDs. No Nick Lagunowich out here today, so he's going to be the primary receiver out here today.
And this Chatham at least hoping this is the only week without Nick Lagunowich, who was their leading receiver last year.
He's coming back from an injury, a broken collarbone, but he will be available next week against Montville. Boyd joins him. Sonny Arden is the receiver on the left side. Over in the slot, Michael Freeman, who's taken over that slot spot from Lagunowich. High snap. Hogan gives to Boyd. Boyd, room to run, and tripped up by the 55 of Tyler DeSanto. But it looks like Boyd got enough for a first down. So Shep with a gain of about 3 yards, and that'll send up 1st and goal. So some good tackling by Morris Hills, but Chatham, again, just a little bit more of an imposing presence here. You got to remember, the majority of this Morris Hills squad are sophomores, so the size advantage will go to the side of the Cougars.
And that big punt return from McAniff to start the drive and give him good field position, certainly helping with that.
Hogan from the shotgun, 11 personnel. Another give to Boyd. Boyd nearly caught up in the backfield. DeSanto tries to pull him down, and then a wave of Scarlet Knights. Shep will get about 4 yards on the ground there, so he's got 2 carries for about 7 yards. Be 2nd down and goal from the 4-yard line.
Shep Boyd very slippery on that play. Morris Hills, for the first time on this drive, seemingly having trouble taking Chatham offender down. We'll see on 2nd and goal from the 4. Maybe they'll go to Hogan and try to get him his first touchdown pass of his career.
I want to run right behind that big right guard in Catullo. Let's see if they do that here. As they do give it right up the middle of Boyd. They run to that right side. Touchdown, Chatham. It's their first score of the season as Boyd scampers in 4 yards for the score. And yeah,
Shep Boyd, great run, but great blocking as well from the Chatham line. Huge hole opens up, and all he has to do is just keep upright.
I mean, on that play, the right tackle, Abernathy, just bulldozed through, created a massive hole right up the middle there, and created a ton of space over that Scarlet Knights defense. And now we'll get to see the 7 of Milo Semioli. Alex McWilliams was kicking the extra points the past couple of seasons. Semioli lifts one up and splits the uprights. It's good. So Chatham with a good start to this one, up 7-0. That scoring drive brought to you by our friends at Open Road Mazda of Morristown. First-time car buyers, listen up. Open Road Mazda of Morristown has your back. Discover affordable, dependable vehicles. Close to $15,000 backed by a rock-solid 5-day money-back guarantee. Drive with confidence. Drive with Open Road Mazda of Morristown. Check the link in the description below for more details. So Matt, more of the same from this Chatham team on offense. You know, a lot of strong throws. I really like what I saw from Hogan there. They're not opening it up too much for him here in their week 1 contest, trying to keep things short. But when you have receivers like McAniff and Sonny Arden, as well as Michael Freeman, and then later on Lagunowicz, you know, you don't always have to fire it down the field.
And it certainly helps that he had blockers. Every receiver had blockers to run about 10 yards after every catch. It was a great drive for Chatham. I'm sure Coach Piccarello is very happy about how the season's begun.
And also a good job by Hunter Bingham, one of the captains on this team, along with Caden Gabriel, Sonny Arden, and Jace Catullo, the tight end Bingham, opening up a lot of space, giving Hogan some time. Got 2 deep to receive again, as they'll send it by way of Smith, and I'll go for a touchback. Very impressive here. Not a lot of wind today to get that touchback from a sophomore kicker, and they'll set up shop over on the 20-yard line.
Morris Hills, as you mentioned, very young team, starting plenty of sophomores this season. So if they can get some good reps throughout the year, look out for them in the next couple of years or even at the end of this one, because they'll improve throughout this season.
There's just a lot of excitement around the Scarlet Knights team. Again, this was a group of young players that went 6-3 in their freshman campaign. You know, they only lost to a handful of teams. Or pardon me, they went 6-2 overall. Their only losses were to Warren Hills and Morris Knowles over in their freshman campaign. They actually beat Chatham, Riverdale, Montville, Hackettstown, Par Hills, a lot of blue chip programs.
Very impressive wins.
Hudson Smith in motion. They give it to Smith. He's tripped up right around the 20-yard line, and Smith will be down for a loss of a yard. On the last drive, a gain of 6 yards total for Morris Hills, and they also lost 5 yards on a penalty. So that'll be a stop for about no gain.
Trying to establish the run here, Coach Campbell. He's in his 4th year with the team. Maybe you could call it 3.5. He took over midseason in 2022 for Mike Sabo.
We have a score update at the half. Morris Catholic up 47-0 on Gloucester Catholic.
Well,
as we have another give up the middle, rumbling forward, and a tough, angry run there by Rocco Centrella. And Centrella will burst forward for a gain of 5 yards. A great carry.
That's another sophomore making some moves. It'll bring up 3rd and 5 here from the MH 25-yard line.
I mean, look at this. This is just an angry run, and to be able to get around some of these big defensive linemen, it took Sonny Arden and Hunter Bingham to bring him down.
First real chunk play for Morris Hills today. See if they can convert on 3rd and 5 right now.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Farrer wheel to the outside. He gained 9 yards on the scamper on the 3rd and 13 on the last drive. Farrer looking downfield, fires one, and a great pass breakup. Diving in is Michael Freeman as they look for Smith again. And that'll send up 4th down and 5 on the 25-yard line. But the play is there. But just with the skills of Freeman there, senior free safety getting in the way of that sophomore, that was the only difference on that play. Farr with a little more zip on that ball, maybe even later in the season, is going to make that play 10 out of 10 times.
Great play from Freeman, and he's a little smaller for a defensive back, only 5'10", 170, but he's still able to make those kind of plays, perhaps the senior experience playing into that, going up against mostly sophomores.
McAniff with his toes on his own 48-yard line. Set to punt is Hunter Tempesta. Tempesta gets it over would-be blockers. McAniff will hang on to it and get it on the 47-yard line.
Tempesta was hit in the backfield after the punt. They were looking for a roughing the kicker flag, but none will be thrown, and McAniff this time will just fair catch it. But still good field position for the Cougars.
Chatham will start in their own territory for the first time today. Drove down the field quite well the last time around. Shep Boyd with 3 carries for 11 yards and a touchdown. McAniff with a 19 and 8-yard grab. So they moved the ball quite well in the air last time. Let's see if they'll feature a little bit more Shep Boyd this time around. I'm interested to see how he runs. He's so tough out there on the lacrosse field, so he's able to work in space really well while getting hit with lacrosse sticks as well. So, just bodies is probably not much to worry about for him.
Well, Boyd is out there in the backfield with Hogan right now.
We have Dalton Lofton as the receiver down on the bottom of your screen. 4 wide over at the top. Hogan going to take it himself right up the middle, and a back-breaking hit coming through from Tyler DeSanto will stop Hogan short for no gain.
Hogan's got to be a little careful. He's a junior, but you don't want to get your main centerpiece of quarterback hurt in his first game of the season. A little bit more about Shep Boyd. They're not using their usual starter, Caden Gabriel, today on offense. He'll still play on defense as a linebacker, so Boyd, it seems, taking over most of the first-team snaps.
And Piccarello actually told me that despite Gabriel's, prominence in the backfield last year, Boyd is going to be RB1. They'll have a lot more of a 1-2 punch there, subbing in and out, but Boyd will get the lion's share of carries this season as they go with 2 backs here. Also joined by 23 of Finn Matthews, and there we go, Boyd off and running. Boyd keeps going over the 30, and Wands brings him down right around the 26-yard line. A great gain and a huge first down.
Oh, Boyd, it seemed, carried him on his back for about 5 yards there. Coming down to the 5-minute mark in this first quarter.
26 yards for Boyd on that carry. Look at this right here, just bulldozing through. Look at the size of that hole.
Good moves, and as you can see.
And then now over on the outside here is Gavin Pruss, the tight end, and Pruss is going to have enough for a first down.
Pruss's first touch of this game, and he makes it worthwhile. A big first down for Chatham, and they are once again in danger of scoring against these Scarlet Knights.
We have the hurry-up going now for the Cougars. They're just getting the signals from the sideline without Hogan racing over to Coach Piccarello. First down and 10. Over from the 13-yard line. Fakes the give. Hogan going to go up the middle again, and another shoestring tackle, but this time he'll be able to gain a couple of yards. Now, Hogan, again, he's as advertised, going to use his legs a lot. I didn't think he'd roll up the middle as much, but when you have this massive offensive line, you might as well look here. And they have such a wealth at quarterback. Semioli, did really well in the quarterback battle over camp. And also Michael McAniff as well can really throw the ball. So when you have that depth, not like you're gambling with anybody's health. That's certainly not the case, but you feel a lot better when you know that you have other guys that can throw the ball.
But if anybody from Chatham was worried about replacing Will Allen, I don't think they're worried anymore with the play from Ryan Hogan so far today.
Hogan's done great so far today. He's 3 for 3 in the air for 43 yards. Fake the give to Boyd. They fire over to the outside and in and out of the hands of Dalton Lofton. So there we go right there. A little broadcaster curse there. So that was a nice throw. And Hudson Smith in the area with some footsteps.
Yeah, first real misconnection from Hogan today. Still very early. 3rd down and 8, it looks like, coming up from the Morris Hills 11.
Also well within field goal range for Semioli. Will only be about a 28-yarder here.
We saw the power earlier with the touchback on the kickoff.
Looking at the Will linebacker, Tyler Marks calling him out. A potential blitz coming here from Morris Hills. 3rd down and 8. Keep an eye on the slot receiver, Michael Freeman. They haven't targeted him yet today, but he's very fast. A lot of raw speed from him. Lofton in motion. Will move over as an H-back now. As they give to Boyd on 3rd and 8. Boyd got to run behind the big guys, stretch it out, ball comes out, and it's scooped up, but they are going to call him down just short of the first down marker. So a gain of 6 by Boyd. No fumble recovery there on the side for Hills, and we'll see what happens here. We see Boyd try to stretch out for the first down.
Boyd trying to show some effort. Definitely shows the effort, but couldn't hang on to the ball there. Luckily, the officials ruled him down, and it's going to be about 4th and 3, and it looks like they're going to keep the offense on.
Chatham feeling confident here. They've been able to run the ball well. They've been able to throw the ball well. Why not? We have Sonny Arden down in one-on-one coverage with Hudson Smith on the bottom of your screen. 2 receivers out to the right side. Pair of tight ends as well. They give it to Boyd. Boyd, nowhere to run, stretches out, and
another fumble.
Ball did come out. They're going to call him down, but I think they're also going to call him down short of the first down marker.
Yes, they will. Morris Hills, first big defensive play of this game for the Scarlet Knights. They let up a touchdown on the first Chatham drive. Take a look at Boyd. Let's see if the ball pops out. Yeah, it definitely looked like he was down, or the ground caused that one, but still short of the first down marker. But now Morris Hills has to deal with being deep in their own end at the 4-yard line.
Evan Oswansky, the two-way starter at right guard and defensive end, with that big tackle on Boyd, who fell just short of the first down marker. Again, very long field, starting with the ball on the 3. Farrer hands it up off the middle to Magro. And Magro with the gain of maybe 2 or 3 yards as he was able to lower his head and move forward.
Still under 3 minutes to go in this first quarter.
Chatham doing a nice job marching all the way down. They weren't field goal range, but maybe they wanted to, test the waters a little bit in terms of their red zone offense, see what they can get. As Hudson Smith is out, Robert Parsons is in. He'll stretch out at receiver. Parsons, one of the captains here, he's lined up in the slot. Farr with a little more breathing room now. They have Wands as a tight end on the play. So here comes Farr. Farr fires one and over Wands, and that's kind of been the case out here today so far. Is there's been some good play calls, but Farr just a little high and out of the reach of his receivers. He's 0 for 3 today.
And second game for Farr, the sophomore quarterback. He's going to figure that out throughout the season. And perhaps he'll figure it out throughout this game.
He completed 55% of his passes in the last game for 25 yards, kept it short. Jack Wands looking for his first career reception still. He had 2 tackles in the last game against Dover. 3rd down and 7 after the 3-yard run from Morgo. Farr looking downfield. Now going up the middle, and he's brought down in the backfield. It's a sack for Hunter Bingham as he brings him down for a loss of 2 yards. It'll be 4th and long, and Bingham making a big play there after 4.5 sacks last year.
Yeah, he was the sack leader and the tackle for loss leader for Chatham last year. Hunter Bingham, with his first of the season, I believe he shared that with a couple of Cougars. But the 6'3", 225 lineman, another great play.
89 tackles last year, 10 for a loss, 4.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 2 INTs. Any team would be happy to have him on the team. McAniff with his heels on the Morris Hills 35-yard line. And he'll pick it up right there. McAniff will run over to his right side and was just a little shove from Apgar. Also slipped as well on the new turf. But again, excellent field position currently for Chatham. So even that gamble to go for it on 4th down, they had a lot of confidence in their defense. And now they've got another crack at it here with 1:15 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, the field was quite wet when we were on it pregame talking to the coaches. Obviously some of the rain that's came in the past couple of days and that's coming later definitely impacting that. It's very humid outside, as we've mentioned. A couple of breezes coming through, but conditions are very hot here in early September, week 1 of the high school season.
We've also got this Dayton brand fan that is the hardest working member of the press box staff out here today. Keeping everybody cool up here.
Keeping us all alive.
Starting at the 29-yard line are the Cougars. McAniff is out there at the bottom of your screen with Hunter Bingham as well as Michael Freeman. They've got Arden at the top of your screen. So going 10 personnel. There we go, on the run. Hogan fakes the pass to the outside, and he's off to the races and gets taken down right around the 20-yard line. A nice run there as Hogan will pick up about 9 yards on that carry. He's got 3 rushes for 11 yards today.
Robert Parsons making the tackle to save what could have been a touchdown for Hogan, his first of his career, but still a great run for number 11. Gets it past the 30, past the 25.
And again, we're seeing such a great blend, as advertised, of Jackson Hodges and Will Allen. His ability to run up the middle. This is the most dynamic offense we've seen from Chatham in a while, and that's saying something because they were prolific in the air last year.
7-3 and 24.
They go with 1 down tight end as they give to Boyd. Boyd evades one, rumbles up the middle, and Shep will have enough gain of about 4 yards there. So Boyd's been pretty consistent. Rushes of 3, 4, 4, 6, 2, and 4, and then also that 26-yard rip that we saw earlier.
But sometimes in high school, if you got that kind of line that can carve a hole for you, 4 yards every play, that's a first down.
And that also is the end of the first quarter. So at the end of 1, Chatham 7, Scarlet Knights nothing here at Gifford Field. We'll be back after this on Big State Sports.
Mine's so hot, my sneakers melted.
Rooms with different temperatures? That means your HVAC system is outdated and wasting energy. At ICS, we'll install an energy-efficient system that provides a constant flow of clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature in every room. You could save money each month, and the price we quote is the price you'll pay. Get a quote today. See why we say ICS for HVAC.
I see why.
And it's shout-out time here on Big State Sports. A few fans have submitted some, so we'd like to address some of the fine folk that are watching this game all across the country. Grandma watching from Las Cruces, New Mexico, wants to give a shout-out to my #1 Cougar, Sonny Arden. Also want to wish their grandson, Caden Gabriel, a successful football season. Love Mimi and Papa from Marco Island, Florida. Shout-out from Atlanta to the best cousin ever, Jace, our #75 Cougar. We love you and have a great season from Wolfie and Harley. And finally, from Shep's brothers, former Chatham High School football players. They're watching from their dorm rooms. Wishing Shep all the luck, the Chatham Cougars football team, and much luck in the game today. As this quarter is brought to you by our friends at Dustin Lofton, your trusted real estate partner navigating the market with expertise and integrity, as well as Mexican Spice. Mexican Spice in Chatham has you covered for your next taco truck at your party. Mexican Spice for a little taste of Mexico.
Well, I'm sure the Boyd family is quite happy with Shep's performance in the first half. In the first quarter, he's got the only touchdown. Before we get back, let's just go over the other scores in this league week. Montville took on Warren Hills, beat him 38-13 last night, and Mendham had a 25-7 win at Par Hills, or at home against Par Hills in the other league games.
You can watch both those games back right here on Big State Sports, always free to view. Hogan, another give to Boyd. Boyd, again, right up the middle, and Jack Wans wraps him up after a gain of about 7 yards. So Shep really establishing himself well, and you cannot tell that he did not play football the past 2 years. He looks like he hasn't skipped a beat since his freshman campaign.
Well, he secured that LAC scholarship, and now he's ready to go on and get some glory both in the fall and the spring for the Cougars. And with him out there and the play that we've seen from Hogan, they have definitely a big shot to move farther in the state tournament than they have been in the past couple of years.
Second down in motion now is Freeman. Hogan fires way low, and Freeman with no chance on that one as Hogan struggled a little bit on the run through behind his body. Will set out a third down and about 4 yards to go there after that initial rush by Boyd.
Hunter Tempesta made the play on number 9, Michael Freeman for Chatham. Tempesta for Morris Hills. He kind of span away, but then he came back and pulled him up. Great sportsmanship there from Tempesta, the sophomore.
I mean, this is just a great group from the Scarlet Knights. You know, they're dedicated kids. They've all played together for a long time, and they're all really, really into doing the right thing on and off the field. Here we go with Hogan, again from the shotgun set, third down and about 4. Looking to McAniff over by the end zone. Hogan gives up on it, runs right up the middle and is twisted down. Let's see if he's got enough. It's going to depend on this ball spot, and they are going to call him just short, so a rush of 3 from Hogan. They went for it last time from this distance, and we'll see if they just line up and do it again.
That's what they're going to do.
And they fall forward with Hogan. And Hogan does have enough for the first down, gains a yard. And that'll send up first down and goal now for the Cougars, who continue to trudge forward, and also with a lot of help from great field position today, thanks to McAniff's great punt returns.
Yeah, he's had 2 of those. The first one, the catalyst for the touchdown drive in the middle of the first quarter. Now they're looking to go up by 13.
Just under 11 minutes remaining here in the first half. First down and goal from the 8-yard line. And Hunter Bingham joining as a fullback in the backfield.
You think that helps?
Absolutely. They give it over to Boyd. Boyd, room to run, cuts inside, and touchdown, Shep Boyd. An 8-yard run for Shep. He's got 2 touchdowns today, and the Cougars up 13-0 off of the fleet feet of the lacrosse superstar.
Well, if we counted points like we did in basketball, Shep Boyd's got all 13 tonight. Look at this. This time, a great block from Jace Catullo. You can see why he's getting some attention from college scouts. 6'4", 295 lineman. And Boyd able to follow his blockers in for touchdown number 2 at the season end of the game.
And a great pull, too, by that right guard you mentioned, helping everybody out. Hunter Bingham also moved himself over to the strong side. As here we go with Semioli. Ready to hold this Hogan. Good snap. Kick goes up. And it's no good. It's sliced a little bit over to that left side. So it'll stay 13-7 right here on Big State Sports. This second quarter is also brought to you in part by our friends at Abe's Bagel House, serving the best bagels in Rockaway in the Morris County area. Check them out at abesbagelhousemenu.com or at 973-315-6374. And Packaging Efficiency Solutions, specialty packaging equipment manufacturer, improving productivity through innovation. Check them out at packagingefficiency.com or at 862-209-4882. It's now up to 81 degrees, Mr. Millerano, and every degree of temperature up here feels like an extra 10.
But we have our friendly fan over here helping us out. And still, with that heat and with that humidity, I will say Morris Hills has brought a lot of students here. Looks like a Hawaiian out theme tonight, or this afternoon.
I mean, the temperatures and the climate, quite frankly, right here is pretty tropical. So certainly fits the bill. A nice sized crowd out here today. Also, Chatham bringing a huge contingent. It's not the closest drive over from Chatham, but they've all made it over to watch their team season opener.
Yeah, Chatham all the way down by the Union County border. This high school with a enrollment of 1,200.
Kick goes up end over end, and they continue to send it over to Smith's side. He muffs it, and now it's picked up by the 5 of Parsons. Parsons will try to salvage this one and makes it around the 20-yard line. So Parsons helps them with that, and an 80-yard field ahead of them, and plenty of time here for Morris Hills.
We'll see what they can do. Just over 10 minutes left in the second quarter, hoping they can get at least one score back. Even a field goal would help and give them some confidence going into the locker room.
And they've been so close, too. I mean, just, an extra yard here, a little extra touch on the ball there, and they would have marched the ball down the field quite well. And that's pretty good against a tough Chatham defense. So we'll see what they bring to the table here on their third drive.
In the first quarter, some coaches just like to use it to feel out their opponent. Now we're in the second. Maybe they'll start getting a little more confident.
Morgo in the backfield. They'll give it to Morgo, and he's met immediately by Tyler Alvarez. And Alvarez brings him down. Morgo, with a loss of about 1 yard, he's got 2 rushes for 2 yards.
Number 50, Tyler Alvarez.
Alvarez, as you hear from our PA announcer, on the tackle for Chatham.
2nd and 10.
I should have said he bowled him down. He was on the bowling team his freshman year. Had 2 tackles last year. He's a good rotation piece on the offensive and defensive line. Looks like he's going to get some time adjacent to Ryan Bailey up the middle on defense. Dylan Abernathy, the starting nose guard there. 9 tackles, a sack, and a tackle for a loss last year. Huge presence on the interior. 5'11", 255. It's hard to run around. Wands in motion. They give it to Wands. Plenty of blockers on the outside, and runs into Will Ritchie. And Wands will get about a yard there, wearing that Guardian cap. So Wands with the gain after he lost 3 on his first carry. It'll set up a 3rd down and 9. And this is a lot of what Morris Hills wants to do. They want to establish that run, move to the outside, use some of their blockers. But again, that size disparity today is really making it very difficult for them to move anybody on this Chatham defensive line.
Well, let's see what we get from Tyler Farr and this Morris Hills offense. 3rd and 9 here. I would expect perhaps a throw for Farr, even though he's a sophomore, but he's got a quarter of experience under him in this game and a full game last Thursday.
He's got Wands lined up and now in motion again. Farr is looking his direction. Pump fakes. He's got Wands, slips and falls, and then is tackled, or rather touched, by Alvarez. So that will be a sack registered to Alvarez. It looked like he tried to get a little too cute on that play, and again, this new turf is quite slippery.
Just unfortunate. Another bad luck play for Morris Hills. Farr definitely could have had a man downfield if he had more time and didn't slip up there. So now it'll be 4th down and quite long. They're going to have to punt. The line of scrimmage will be at the Morris Hills 15 for the Scarlet Knights.
And a big congratulations to Tyler Alvarez, his first career sack of his high school campaign. It'll be 4th and 15 with exactly 8 minutes left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Chatham up 13-0 here on the road. This punt goes a lot farther than the punts prior. McAniff will be forced to field it on the 40. McAniff breezes by 1, navigates around, and scampers out of bounds at the 46-yard line. So a modest return for McAniff, but again, Chatham setting up in enemy territory for the 3rd time today.
Punt was nearly blocked by Chatham. Good play from Tempesta to get it out of there, and a great punt after the fact. McAniff just again skirted past one guy and was able to get down to Morris Hills territory. So great field position, another great return for Michael McAniff, the senior.
Already 9 rushes for Shep Boyd today, and his varsity debut on the football team. A couple of touchdowns. Might be one of the better debuts we've seen in a long time, especially from that running back position. Nose of the ball going to start on the Morris Hills 45-yard line. From the shotgun set, once again, will be Ryan Hogan, the sophomore. Or the junior, pardon me. Sophomore last year. Mark's moving around on defense. Hogan looking downfield. Does not have a ton of time, and he's pulled down to the turf. That's Colin Apgar's first career sack, and Hogan down for a loss of 4 yards.
Colin Apgar hopefully getting some momentum from Morris Hills. Huge sack, loss of 4 on the play. And the first real breakdown from the Chatham line here. Apgar beating his man, Dylan Abernathy. And now it'll be 2nd and 14.
He pushed right past Abernathy. He had a great lane on the inside, so let's see if Chatham speeds up the release here. Another blitz coming. Pass over to the outside and in and out of the hands, once again, of Freeman. So they'll bring in the house a little bit now for Morris Hills. That pressure on Hogan. Again, it's his first year starting at quarterback, and Morris Hills looking like a brand new team defensively.
Freeman was very lucky that pass wasn't intercepted. There was about 3 Morris Hills players in the vicinity after he tipped it. But now a huge 3rd down for the Scarlet Knights here. If they can get a stop, that'll be big momentum about halfway through this 2nd quarter.
3 for 6 in the air now for Hogan. He has 2 completions to McAniff and 1 to Pruss. He hasn't targeted either of them in his last 3 throws. Arden at the bottom of your screen. Currently uncovered. Just a safety on him. Hogan will roll over to his left side. Looking downfield. McAniff, and up in the air. Broken up by Hudson Smith. It'll be a 3-and-out for Chatham, and this Morris Hills crowd is absolutely loving what their defense has brought to the table.
And that's exactly what Morris Hills needs right now after a first 1.5 quarters that have been all Chatham. Now the Scarlet Knights are waking up.
So on 4 drives, Chatham has 2 touchdowns, a turnover on downs, and now we'll punt it away, and we'll get to see what Hudson Smith does here on the punt return. Set to punt is Shep Boyd. What can't this kid do? Boyd grabs it. Booming kick downfield. That ball lands exactly on the 10-yard line and dives down. Oh, looks like they downed it right before it hit the plane there. They're calling the 27 of Tucker McWilliams, the younger brother of Alex McWilliams, who was a star on this team for several years. Matt, it did look like that ball might have touched into the end zone. That is a Cougar call that they got right here.
The Chatham player who downed it, I was unable to see who it was, but he did roll into the end zone, and I don't think he had control over that one. So we'll see. We're in the booth with some of the Morris Hills coaches here, so of course they want a touchback, but the officials have, unfortunately for the Scarlet Knights, not called that.
I mean, I think they certainly have a case for that for sure, but the Cougars catching a big-time break after having to punt it away. And now the ball at the 1-yard line for this sophomore-heavy offensive line. Farrer from under center gives it up the middle. He's plowed backwards. We have hands clapping, but they do give him some forward progress.
Very lucky there. And really nothing you can do in this situation at the 1-yard line, because if you throw it, you're in danger of a safety if you get sacked. If you run it and you get stuffed at the line, it's 2 points.
That was Centrella out there in the backfield. Morgo is under the tent currently on the sideline. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. A rush of no gain there. And, I mean, this is certainly the time where, guys like Jace Catullo, their size really makes a difference here. Over there on the defensive end on the left side, if he can penetrate anything through this offensive line, he can score Chatham a couple of points. Farrer with Centrella. Dropping back, gets rid of it right away. It is caught. First completion of the ball game over for Farrer. And it's a nice little catch and run for Robert Studer. Studer will gain about, they're giving him a really generous ball spot there. They're going to give him 8 yards on that.
Perhaps a make-up call for the punt return.
Yes. And that's a gutsy call there. Again, the way that Chatham's been able to penetrate this offensive line, he just zipped that ball out right away. Studer was open.
And that's exactly what they wanted to see from Farrer. Again, sophomore, young guy. He's only got 2 games experience. Well, this will be his 2nd game of varsity play under his belt. And maybe that connection's starting to build after a couple of just off passes in the first quarter.
Whistles abound, a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. Under 5 minutes left to go. Morris Hills driving, trailing by 13 here on Big State Sports.
to athletes of all ages and levels. The only thing we ask is to be coachable and ready to make a change. Our training programs are based on purpose, intent, reason, consistency, continuity, with adaptation and hard work. FTS Family is built on our culture. Our culture is built from the ground up. We are Foundation Training Systems.
Fino Electric is making it possible for fans to stream this game for free.
Back in action here on Big State Sports, 13-0 Chatham Cougars. It'll be a 3rd down and 2 yards to go after the first completion of the game for Farrer. A give up the middle, and looks like nowhere to go. As again, this Chatham defensive unit has been great. That was Dalton Lofton crashing in. As they bring their man down in the backfield, it looks like it was Centrella. And Centrella is still down, so we'll step aside while he's being tended to by the training staff. We'll take another break here on Big State Sports.
At Madison Tire and Auto Repair LLC, our philosophy is the customer is number one. We offer a variety of products and automotive services to enhance your vehicle's performance. Our mission is simple. We never promise more than we can deliver, and we always give the customer more than they expect. Because at Madison Tire and Auto Repair LLC, our philosophy is the customer is number one. Please call us for a quote or service question at 973-377-1915.
Don't just live in your home, love it with quality kitchens and bathrooms from Special Editions in Rockaway. Our talented design team will work with you from consultation through completion of your cabinetry to ensure your complete satisfaction. Special Editions is a family-owned and operated business since 1978. Call to make an appointment to meet our designers and visit our showroom with over 50 beautiful kitchen and bath displays. Let Special Editions transform your space from home to dream home.
All right, so Centrella got up on his own power, but needed a little help to get over to the sideline. Morgo already on the sideline, so starting to test the depth right now of this Morris Hills running back room, as they will be back to punt on 4th and 2. It's going to be Tempesta again inside the end zone. Remember, Chatham nearly blocked the last punt. And whistles a bounds here. And it looks like we've got a timeout over on the side of Morris Hills just to make sure that they get everything right. And this timeout is brought to you by Packaging Efficiency Solutions, specialty packaging equipment manufacturer, improving productivity through innovation. Check them out at packagingefficiency.com or at 862-209-4882. We're going to keep it right here on this timeout. So Chatham's been moving the ball very well here, Mr. Merlano. But again, Morris Hills over on the defensive side, they were able to get through, shockingly, the right side of the offensive line to get a sack. So we're even seeing those little improvements inside of this game itself. Very exciting for Morris Hills in this program moving forward this year and for years to come.
And as it was in the first quarter, it has been on this drive just a couple of inches, a couple of yards, and they've had a couple of first downs potentially taken away from them. We'll see. I'm very interested to see now what they do with both Magro and Centrella now out of this game as of now.
Yeah, they might go out in a spread at some point. That's what they did last year, about halfway through the season. And, yeah, because you have your two leading rushers out, that might not be that bad of an idea. Here's Tempesta. And, again, lined up in his own end zone right around the first R in Morris Hills. Sends one up. A lot of air and hang time. McAniff. And this will take a very advantageous roll on the side for Morris Hills. It'll roll on the 32-yard line. What a booming punt. On the side for the Scarlet Knights, completely flipping the field, and the special teams coming up big here, trying to hold Chatham at just 13 before the half.
First big punt for Tempesta because all of the others have been returned quite handily by McAniff, and perhaps that a little retribution for the touchback that never was.
Yeah, so certainly some special teams justice for the home side. And again, Chatham will start with this football right on the 32-yard line. The longest field that they've had so far today.
We'll see, because they've had very short runs and short passes so far, so they have benefited from the field position that McAniff's given them on returns. Now maybe the time we see how far Ryan Hogan's arm really goes.
So Hogan will go back out there on offense with Arden, McAniff, and Freeman out there to receive. They're going back to their 11 personnel look. Hogan fakes to give to Boyd. He'll take it himself. Hogan running right up the middle and is tripped up in the backfield by Joe Wadley. Now, he did get about 4 yards, but he was grabbed in the backfield before falling forward, so a gain of about 3 yards.
11 taking down 11 there. Morris Hills is 11. Joe Wadley taking down Ryan Hogan of Chatham. Great tackle. The first one of the day, I believe, for the sophomore.
And Wadley's got a younger brother on the team as well, a freshman. So a lot of families out here on this Morris Hills squad. A good run by Hogan. Second down and about 6.
Closing in on the end of this first half here, under 4 minutes to go.
Hogan looks to his left, faking the takeoff and run. Now he's got to avoid pressure, can't. Ball comes out, who's got it? And it looks like Hogan was able to hang on to it, but another big play in the backfield, another sack for Morris Hills.
And that looked like Wadley again to me. Let's take a look at the replay. Watch number 11 over there on the near side. And yes, he was able to get through again. Perfect positioning for Wadley. 2 straight tackles, and this one will count as a sack.
So Apgar and Wadley both getting into the backfield on Hogan. 3rd down and 10.
Huge 3rd down for Morris Hills right here.
Boyd over to the right of Hogan, trying to get him to move, and Arden moved. So a loss of 5 yards here for Chatham. And again, this contingent of Morris Hills fans are fired up out here just watching this team play defense.
First penalty on Chatham today. Morris Hills also had a false start earlier, a 5-yarder. And now closing in on halftime and needing momentum to go into the locker room. Morris Hills has got that on defense after the past couple of Chatham drives. They just need a big play on offense to keep that going.
Bingham is lined up on the right side. You wonder if it's screen time now for Chatham. 3rd and 15. Hogan looking downfield. It is a screen. Over to Boyd. Boyd with room to run. Gets the first down. Boyd puts his shoulder down and just falls down shy of the 50-yard line. So Shep Boyd with a gorgeous catch and run and a first down.
Great block from 58 58 Charlie Murray here, the senior who's gotten committed. Huge block to keep Shep Boyd upright. He would have had the first anyway, but it gained probably about 5 more yards for Chatham.
17 yards for Shep Boyd on the catcher. Actually, pardon me, no, we got more. He got 22 on that. As they go right up the middle, they go right back to the well, and Boyd will rumble forward for a gain of about 4 yards. So Boyd with his first reception of his high school career, and now we've got another timeout, this time on the side for Chatham with about 96 seconds left to go in the first half. We'll step aside as well. Chatham at midfield, up 13-0. We'll be right back.
We believe wealth should work as hard as you do. Whether you're building a business, engineering solutions, or planning for your family's future, we design personalized, tax-efficient strategies to grow, protect, and pass on your legacy. Clarity, control, confidence. Neone Wealth Strategies, empowering wealth one decision at a time.
David A. Santini, CPA, LLC, providing financial peace of mind. Let us take the stress out of taxes for you too. Peace, love, and taxes.
Tired of tired floors? At Washington Floors, we're a family-owned business in Washington, New Jersey. From cozy carpets to stunning hardwoods, we've got your floor covered. Literally. Fully insured, fully trusted. Call Washington Floors today.
2nd down and 7. Hogan splitting Boyd to the outside. He's got good protection, fires over the middle. McAniff from his knees. And he's got it.
Great catch from McAniff. They are going to give a first down. He was right on the line to gain, and he just got over.
Yeah, his knees were down over on that play, so he doesn't need to be touched, but still a nice play. Fired a strike over the middle. Good job by the offensive line that time too, Matt, to make sure that protection was there. They have allowed 2 sacks already, as we mentioned.
And now Chatham, with just about a minute to go in the first half, looking to strike late.
Hogan drops back, looking Arden's way. He's wide open. Arden will dive forward, but stay in bounds. So Arden with the game of about 8 yards on his first catch of the game, and Chatham's got to keep this one moving. Instead, though, it looks like they're going to call a timeout. So, Matt, it's not quite crunch time brought to you by Top Metal Game, but, it's certainly a big moment in this contest for Chatham because if they score here, they will receive the second half kickoff, a chance to double dip. Morris Hills has kept this game surprisingly close so far, just within 2 scores. So it's not a must-score situation, but it's certainly advantageous for Chatham if they are able to get it in for 6 or at least 3.
Well, a 3-score lead at the half would be incredibly demoralizing for Morris Hills going into the locker room. They have had some good plays on defense, but we saw on that 3rd and 15 on this possession, they've had trouble on those big plays in both sides, offense and defense.
They haven't really tested Hogan's arm quite yet. He's thrown a lot of short passes, maybe a few in the intermediary. Let's see what he's got here. His longest gains have been catches and runs. 2nd down and 2, 47 yards to go. Hogan got to take it himself, running up the middle, going over towards the boundary. Hogan keeps going. Here goes Ryan Hogan all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Hogan. Oh, what a run by the junior quarterback, and he's in there. Chatham up 19-0.
Ryan Hogan, this should be shown to every runner in New Jersey. Textbook following your blockers. He wasn't that fast going through, but he read the defense. He saw all of those blocks. Shep Boyd with one right there in the frame. Nearly missed the one from Catullo, but avoided that. And a touchdown for Hogan. He had a rushing touchdown for 24 yards last weekend or last year.
Yeah, it was last year, and that one went for 33 yards and found some pay dirt. So forget about throwing the ball down the field. When you can run like that, why not? Last one was missed here. And let's see what they got this time around. This kick goes up and makes it through. So Semioli will split the uprights again. He's 2 for 3 in extra points this season. Chatham up 20-0 with 36 seconds left to go in the half. And Chatham again looking excellent out here today. They've had 3 plays of 20-plus yards, and a couple of them have come from Shep Boyd, and then Hogan with that super long run. 3 rushing touchdowns for what was mostly a passing offense last year.
That touchdown there from Hogan, if you discount the block from Boyd, which you never should, but that's the first one not involving Shep Boyd today.
Yeah. So here we go over on the 40-yard line as it'll be interesting to see who's deep to receive here because, again, the 10 of Centrella was helped off before. So we know that it'll be Hudson Smith. And, yeah, they are going to send the 40 of Tanner Bryan out there. He helped receive the opening kickoff.
Yet another sophomore for Morris Hills. He's got to be at least 75%, 80% of the roster.
Oh, yeah, and also Coach Campbell's telling me they're in a situation where they actually have juniors and seniors backing up sophomores. That's how talented this class really is. Semioli ready to send one deep. Had a touchback earlier. Just lobs this one right around the 25-yard line as it's pulled in. And a nice return. Looked like Robert Parsons on the return. Tackled down by the number 6 of John Barrett, the sophomore. So Chatham up 20-0. 29 seconds left to go for Morris Hills. And we'll kind of get a peek at what the offense might look like over in the second half with their top 2 running backs over on the sideline.
Maybe Farrer. Looks like Hudson Smith may be out there to try and take some of those touches in the backfield. But hopefully we'll get to see Farrer's arm for the first time today.
So we've got 2 receivers over to the top of your screen. In the backfield will be Robert Parsons. Jack Wands is in there, and they're just going to kneel this one down to end things in half number 1. The Chatham Cougars, 2 touchdowns from Shep Boyd and 1 from Ryan Hogan as we head into the half here from Gifford Field. The score of 20-0 in favor of Chatham. We'll be back with the halftime festivities right after this on Big State Sports.
1-1. Again, that's 908-989-0111.
NIL deals mean opportunity, but also risk. Don't face it alone. Lyons & Associates reviews, negotiates, and protects your contracts so you could focus on winning on and off the field.
Pipeworks Services, providing quality plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical services, and insulation for 20-plus years. Our unwavering commitment to excellent service has earned us the trust of North and Central New Jersey communities. Call us today at 973-298-1961 to experience our dependable and caring expertise.
Cheer squad is led by captains Carolyn DeWorkin, Giselle Gonzalez, and Kiara Leva, and Charlotte Uchek as well. Wycheck, excuse me. Here are your Morris Hills cheerleading team. Let's go!
This is Zach Smolin, play-by-play commentator, and you're staying frosty for free right here on Big State Sports.
Tired of tired floors? At Washington Floors, we're a family-owned business in Washington, New Jersey. From cozy carpets to stunning hardwoods, we've got your floor covered. Literally. Fully insured, fully trusted. Call Washington Floors today at 908-989-0111. Again, that's 908-989-0111.
Go ahead, take a deep breath. Oh, nice, huh? That's some clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature.
That is good. Who installed the system?
ICS. They're the leaders in HVAC. They make the ductwork at their own factory, so we even save some money.
That's impressive. You recommend them?
It's ICS for HVAC.
I see why.
Hey, Lorraine, go get a big plastic bag. Take some air home with you.
Hi, I'm Barry Farber, and I'm so excited to bring you the new special edition hardcover copy of The Adventures of Little Billy in Search of the Magic Tree. Scan the code below and learn more about that adventure.
Mandelbaum Barrett PC Attorneys at Law provide you with a 360-degree approach for your personal and business legal needs, built on relationships, support, and innovation. You can rely on Mandelbaum Barrett. Visit us at mblawfirm.com.
Hi, I'm Dan from George J. Keller & Sons. My family-owned company has provided superior service to local homeowners since 1980. And based on the strength of our commitment to you and your positive reviews and feedback, we are now a GAF 3-star President's Club winner. That's right, one of 30 winners out of 2,600 Master Elite dealers nationwide. Our seasoned pros provide the best service and quality products from beginning to end of your project. Give us a call today for your free estimate.
Hey parents, Anchor Golf and Recreation is now registering full and half-day golf camps. Anchor Golf Day Camps are designed to teach children fundamentals of golf. To register your child for golf camp, go online and click the registration tab at anchorgolfcenter.com. Anchor now has 4 dedicated outdoor lighted pickleball courts. Call to reserve your court today. Check out Anchor's 18-hole miniature golf course with new features. It's fun for the whole family. Anchor Golf and Recreation offers so much more. Call or see us at anchorgolfcenter.com.
KJM Financial, helping families navigate the college application and financial aid process since 1988. Visit njcollegeguy.com to schedule your free consultation today. From forced hot air and hot water baseboards to steam heat and heat pumps, it doesn't matter if it's oil, natural gas, propane, or electricity. Let us help you feel the energy. B.A. Colella Heating and Cooling. Let your comfort be our concern.
Hi, my name is Andrew Shaka. I'm one of the owners here at New Jersey Siding and Windows. We are a family-owned residential remodel firm. Everything we offer here is quality and comes with great warranties. If it's a residential home, there's no home too big for us to work on.
David Hassagen here from Big State Sports. You're watching free coverage of the best high school athletes across the Garden State.
Blue Nail was superior in almost every aspect. We worked with contractors for almost everything in the firehouse, and Blue Nail really made us feel comfortable all the way through, from the contract to pre-planning to scheduling, getting the job done. We are thrilled that they were able to do the job for us.
George J. Keller & Sons want your house to be the kind of home for all to see. Best roofing, windows, siding too. Great solar and gutters, we're here for you. Our seasoned pros are unsurpassed, so give a call, we'll take your task. Transform your home, that's what we do. So give a call, we're here for you. For roofing roofing, siding, windows and solar. We do it all for you. George J. Keller and Sons.
Your family-owned operation since 1980. Call for your free estimate.
Don't wait. Your dream ride is waiting at Garden State Harley-Davidson. From Harley Legends to rugged CF Moto off-road beasts, the season's best selections here now. Route 10, East Morris Plains.
David A. Santini, CPA LLC, providing financial peace of mind. Let us take the stress out of taxes for you too. Peace, love, and taxes.
We specialize in roofing and siding. That includes gutters, windows, doors, stone siding, decks, and painting. We also utilize new age technology like drones and 3D modeling. The drones keep our guys safe on the ground with an aerial perspective, and the 3D modeling gives us exact measurements for precise job scope. Give us a call today. We'll be happy to provide you with a complimentary drone inspection. We look forward to keeping your home and your family safe.
Provide your team or athlete with quality trophies, medals, plaques, and awards with Performance Trophy and Medals of Randolph. Call us today at 973-989-8775.
Thanks to Global Construction, this game is available to all viewers at no cost. This is Christian Copeland, broadcaster for Big State Sports, and you're watching high school football right here on YouTube.
We offer installation of siding, vinyl, and composite. We also do replacement windows, doors, roofs, decks, attic insulation, and e-shield.
For years, it had been the same routine, working all night. Ah, those beautiful faces. I wanted more, for me, for them, for our futures. There was this day that something changed, a simple moment of dress-up. It opened my eyes.
Take charge of your future and go big at CCM.
Here at Open Road Mazda of Morristown, we strive to provide a stress-free, knowledgeable, positive buying experience. No matter your budget, we'll find the right car for you.
Drive home the 2025 Mazda CX-50 for just $229 a month.
Check us out for yourself.
Here at Open Road Cadillac, everybody gets treated just like family. We always make sure we find the right car for you.
The 2025 Cadillac Lyriq, now for the limited time price of only $529 a month. Open Road Cadillac of Morristown in Florham Park, New Jersey.
This game is brought to you by Aaron Mizzarelli of State Farm in Randolph. My licensed and experienced team members are here to serve you for all of your insurance and financial service needs in New Jersey and New York. We offer excellent customer service, and our office is conveniently located in Randolph, New Jersey. For a free auto, home, life, or business quote, visit us at aaronmizzarelli.com or call us at 973-389-9999.
When the storm hits, don't let your roof quit. We are fast, we are strong, we get it done right.
Wow, I need that roofer.
That's Proven Roofing. They're the best. For roofs that last, just give us a ring. Proven Roofing. We do everything.
Pick Your Cards is located on Route 46 in Ledgewood. Our huge inventory can be shopped online at pickyourcards.com, where you can use the code Big State Sports for an extra discount.
At Pascarella Brothers, we love creating great food for our customers.
Everything is made daily using real fresh ingredients, and you can taste the difference.
We specialize in creating gluten-free options for our customers, all prepared in a separate area so there's no cross-contamination.
We also pride ourselves on providing unparalleled catering for events big and small.
We love what we do.
Stop into Pascarella Brothers.
You'll taste the difference.
Don't wait. Your dream ride is waiting at Garden State Harley-Davidson. From Harley Legends to rugged CF Moto off-road beasts, the season's best selections here now. Route 10, East Morris Plains.
Struggling with confidence, inconsistency, and playing scared? Learn how to unlock your potential and perform at your best when it matters the most with Top Mental Game. Your talent sets the floor. Your mindset sets the ceiling. When the moment comes, will you be ready?
You think you need to do something academically for your child this summer, but you're not sure what. Come see us at Sylvan. We know exactly how to help your child, and it's fun here. Be proactive and make learning part of your summer schedule. Visit sylvansummer.com today.
This is George Muha, and you're watching Big State Sports.
Fitness Factory of Rockaway is a 50,000 square foot super club located right on Route 46 in Rockaway Borough, offering a full service facility with state-of-the-art equipment unparalleled by any other club in the area. Classes are included in the membership. Locker rooms fully equipped and have saunas. Personal training and kids club are available as well.
This broadcast is made possible for you by the Chatham Club, a proud supporter of Chatham Athletics, and where fitness is always close to home.
From forced hot air and hot water baseboards to steam heat and heat pumps, it doesn't matter if it's oil, natural gas, propane, or electricity. Let us help you feel the energy. B.A. Colella Heating and Cooling. Let your comfort be our concern.
Green Home Solutions is a huge supporter of Big State Sports and the New Jersey High School student athletes.
Spear Air in Rockaway is one of the top companies in the state providing residential and commercial HVAC installation and replacement services, along with their whole home generator installation, replacement, and service. Go to Spear Air to schedule an appointment right now.
This broadcast is made possible by Peak Properties Group, brokered by eXp Realty. They proudly sponsor high school sports in northern New Jersey and the surrounding areas. Peak Properties Group, defined by your dreams, guided by our expertise.
Athletic Fields of America in Montville, New Jersey has become an industry leader in synthetic turf. Serving the greater New York, New Jersey, and Eastern PA regions, we have delivered hundreds of both synthetic turf and natural grass sports fields for youth and recreational levels, all the way up to the highest standards and requirements of the NCAA. Our goal with every project is to provide our customers with exceptional workmanship, extraordinary service, and professional integrity while constructing a superior product that you can enjoy for years to come. Visit athleticfieldsofamerica.com. This game is brought to you by Aaron Mizzarelli of State Farm in Randolph. My licensed and experienced team members are here to serve you for all of your insurance and financial service needs in New Jersey and New York. We offer excellent customer service, and our office is conveniently located in Randolph, New Jersey. For a free auto, home, life, or business quote, visit us at aaronmizzarelli.com or call us at 973-389-9999.
AP Roofing and Siding, your local experts in roofing, siding, trim, and exterior work. We deliver the best service, quality products, and peace of mind, no matter the size of the job. Call now for your free estimate at 908-879-4729 or visit us at aproofingendsiding.com.
My room is so cold, my fish froze.
Mine's so hot, my sneakers melted.
Rooms with different temperatures? That means your HVAC system is outdated and wasting energy. At ICS, we'll install an energy-efficient system that provides a constant flow of clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature in every room. You could save money each month, and the price we quote is the price you'll pay. Get a quote today. See why we say ICS for HVAC.
I see why.
FTS is a training facility that caters to athletes of all ages and levels. The only thing we ask is to be coachable and ready to make a change. Our training programs are based on purpose, intent, reason, consistency, continuity, with adaptation and hard work. FTS family is built on our culture. Our culture is built from the ground up. We are Foundation Training Systems.
Fino Electric is making it possible for fans to stream this game for free.
Oh.
At Madison Tire and Auto Repair LLC, our philosophy is the customer is number one. We offer a variety of products and automotive services to enhance your vehicle's performance. Our mission is simple. We never promise more than we can deliver, and we always give the customer more than they expect. Because at Madison Tire and Auto Repair LLC, our philosophy is the customer is number one. Please call us for a quote or service question at 973-377-1915.
Don't just live in your home, love it with quality kitchens and bathrooms from Special Editions in Rockaway. Our talented design team will work with you from consultation through completion of your cabinetry to ensure your complete satisfaction. Special Editions is a family-owned and operated business since 1978. Call to make an appointment to meet our designers and visit our showroom with over 50 beautiful kitchen and bath displays. Let Special Editions transform your space from home to dream home.
All right, we are back here on Big State Sports. Chatham is still making their way back up the hill, but they do lead it by a score of 20-0. So it'll be Morris Hills that will have the steep edifice to climb here. Heading into the second half, Zach Smolin hanging out with Matt Merlino, and this game is brought to you by our friends at Dustin Lofton, your trusted real estate partner navigating the market with expertise and integrity. This game is also brought to you by Mexican Spice. Craving really good Mexican spice food? Well, how about a taco truck for your next party? Mexican Spice in Chatham has you covered. Mexican Spice for a little taste of Mexico. We'd also like to thank Abe's Bagel House, serving the best bagels in Rockaway in the Morris County area. Check them out at abesbagelhousemenu.com or at 973-315-6374. And check out Packaging Efficiency Solutions, specialty packaging equipment manufacturer and improving productivity through innovation. Check them out at packagingefficiency.com or at 862-209-4884. Matt, it was a very different first half for these two teams coming in. And just on the back of the napkin halftime stats we have in front of us, Chatham with 187 yards gained on offense, and for Morris Hills just 11 on 15 plays. Chatham averaging 6.4 yards a play, 0.73 yards per play for Morris Hills, but the offense is stalled, but the defense has looked really good, a couple of sacks.
Yes, the Morris Hills defense has been able to break the Chatham line a couple of times. Sacks from Colin Apgar and from Joe Wadley. Wadley had back-to-back tackles for losses, or back-to-back big tackles, I should say, on Ryan Hogan. But the Cougars on offense have been able to score a lot better than Morris Hills, and they've gotten a lot better luck than Morris Hills has. As we've said throughout the first half, as we get the Cougars back up here, Morris Hills, a couple of inches here or there, could have continued plenty of big drives for them. I want to take a look at some of the games that we have also had here on Big State Sports today. Big Week 1 slate as we will have throughout this season. 21 total games, 5 today. Down in Camden County at Gloucester Catholic, Morris Catholic defeated the Rams 49-0. David Hashagen was on that call. I'm sure he had fun with that.
Oh, he had a blast.
Some other games happening here on Big State Sports right now, actually. Last we checked, in the middle of the second quarter, Glen Ridge and Whippany Park were both tied. Whippany Park won already this season. Glen Ridge opening their season. They played my folks down at Pascack Hills in a scrimmage instead of a Week 0 game. Kittatinny was up 21-0 on Lenape Valley at the half. And West Morris was up 20-6 in the second quarter against Morris Knowles. A very big game here on Big State Sports.
Yeah, that was huge, especially with the season that Knowles had last year. They had that big win against Bayonne at the Mountaineer Classic in Week 0. But West Morris, they look like they may be the cream of the crop inside of that division. That Whippany-Glen Ridge game is very interesting because last year, Glen Ridge, kind of ran over Whippany a little bit, but keeping it close. And then Morris Catholic, their first win under their new head coach, Dave Albano, who was David Hashagen's neighbor. So that's one of the reasons we sent him down there.
How about that?
He's a Par Hills coach forever, and we got some more.
Well, West Morris had that big win in Week 0 against Mendham, the big rivalry down in southern Morris County. 21-7 was the final score there. Mendham is a league opponent of these two schools. They defeated Par Hills on Friday 25-7. And in the other league game, Montville took on Warren Hills. Good friend Shane Dunn on that call. and he was able to call a Montville 38-13 win. The Mustangs continuing their streak. They had a 38-22 win against Sparta in week 0 in one of the biggest games of the season.
Yeah, they lost Feaster, they lost Wang, they lost Ciulo, they lost Vito, and they're just as good, if not better, than they were last year. So 2-0, and the rain starts coming down yet again here in Rockaway. We had a ton of rain over in halftime, and big credit to the marching band. They were awesome.
Oh,
They quite literally, pun intended, did not skip a beat despite the heavy rain that was coming down on them. This turf was pretty slippery in the first half before the rain, so we'll see how much this affects the game moving forward. Chatham did a great job on the ground already, 119 yards rushing for them, averaging 7 yards a carry. Hogan with 52 of those yards and a touchdown. Shep Boyd with 67 and a pair of touchdowns.
Morris Hills lost their 2 big running backs in the first half, Magro and Rocco Centrella, both on the sidelines right now. So interesting to see how they'll be able to cope with that. Perhaps Hudson Smith getting a lot of those touches.
All right, so getting ready to put it down will be Tempesta, as the wind seems to be about the same. But again, this they're heavy raindrops too out there. Yeah. It feels like it's all the ones that fall off of,
off the trees.
Off the trees or off of buildings. That's what we're looking at out here today.
If it was solid, it'd be nice-sized hail.
Yes, and it would certainly cause plenty of cracks in windshields, as we have an illegal procedure on the kickoff out of bounds. So Chatham will get very advantageous field position out here. Getting ready to start the second half. Chatham again with 3 touchdowns, all of them on the ground. Shep Boyd with TDs of 8 and 4 yards. And then, of course, Ryan Hogan rips off a 33-yard touchdown, which is 36 seconds left in the first half. And, I mean, we've seen a lot of good things out of him today. 6 of 10 for 78 yards in the air, 52 yards on the ground. Again, exactly as advertised by Coach Piccarello, a dynamic dual-threat quarterback for the Cougars.
Yep, great replacement for Will Allen. He's shown into this game. They have a big matchup against Montville coming up next Saturday. That'll be at home, though, their home opener.
That's going to be a great game, too. I mean, that could be a game that decides the division, too, especially given the landscape. Mendham has lost a lot, but they've continued to win. So we'll see. It might be between those 3 teams at this point. Warren Hills with that big loss. And, Warren Hills, Morris Hills, and Parr Hills all on the upswing, but still might not be quite ready to enter that top 3. Let's see what we got here with Hogan. Hogan with Freeman in motion. They give it to Freeman. Freeman slips to the outside. There is a flag, as I think Bingham had somebody in the grasp there. So this will certainly be coming back.
Yes, a little touch pass to Freeman, but it won't matter in the end.
It looks like a hold. They should lose 10.
Holding on the Cougars. Called it perfectly.
So now it'll be first down and maybe a little less than 20. Depends on the spot of that one for Bingham. Bingham looked like he was right at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, keeping it on the ground, especially with these young quarterbacks, certainly will be the case here in the second half. But the issue as well is the turf is so slippery, so there really is no good answer.
Well, we moved the game up an hour, hoping to avoid it, but
at least we're avoiding the thunder. We're only getting wet out here today. Here's Hogan. He's going to run it right up the middle. Hogan with a nice gain, stopped by Wands. And he'll get back some of the yards they lost. A nice pickup of about 6 that time by Hogan. Hogan with 58 yards on 8 rushes to start off his junior season.
Sacked twice, as we said, by Apgar and Wadley, but as of now, the line carving some nice holes for this Chatham running game with Boyd and Hogan.
Be second down and about 14. Hogan looks to the outside. He's going to go again. Following his big lineman. Lost the football, juggling it around. It looks like Hills have it.
And they do.
And they do. A big, explosive hit. It was a nice run by Hogan. Got about 7, but slipped out of his hands was the football. Let's see who initiated the contact here.
We're talking about the field being slippery. Don't forget the ball's slippery as well, and Hogan just found that out. Didn't protect it quite as much. Number 5, that's Robert Parsons, was in there, and number 11, Joe Wadley, as well.
Yeah, I think Wadley had the forced fumble on that play because it looked like he was on the other side of him. So a huge turnover, first turnover of the game, and Wands will be the feature back here.
Wadley definitely made contact
earlier.
Earlier.
Look at that. The ball comes right out again, and Farrer on the fumbled snap will be laid down by the number 52. Now it's a big send down by Dylan Abernathy. So officially, actually no, that's officially just a loss of 1 yard on the ground by Farr, as he fell right on top of the football off the fumbled snap. Oh my god, yeah, they're going to have to replace these footballs a lot here, man. I don't know how much it's going to help, but.
Yeah, hopefully we can keep them under the tent on the Morris Hill sideline.
Maybe some of the umbrellas. There's a lot over on the Chatham end as well. So second down and about 10.5 here for Farr and company. Farr, clean pitch over to the outside to Wands, but nearly let go of it as well. And there comes Bingham and company. Again, another prowl of Cougars brings him down. And Wands is stopped for no gain. I don't know if that's the official name for a group, but I kind of like it, and I'm going to stick with it for the rest of the game.
Well, it seems quite nice. 20-0, exactly 10 minutes and now counting left in the third quarter. And the first half seemingly kind of procedural for Chatham and for Morris Hills, but now with this rain and these conditions, chaos is starting to reign.
Oh, absolutely. Chaos and water. Starting to rain all over the fields here.
Well, it looks like the rain's sort of stopped now. We're expecting it to be on and off throughout this second half here. But the field and the ball will still be wet.
We can see them out into the distance, which is good because we couldn't quite see them before, and that meant the rain was oncoming. We got a shotgun set now for Farr. Haven't seen this much today. Farr, low snap, looks over to his right side, up the middle and in and out of the hands of Charlie Murray. The Denison commit nearly had an interception on that play. Would have been the first of his career. Instead, a pass breakup on the intended throw over to Studer.
Charlie Murray, the senior linebacker, as you have said, committed to Denison University, 5'10", 205. And again, conditions perhaps playing a factor there because that was a surefire interception if we were in the dry.
Absolutely right in his hands there, and looks like they'll be getting ready to punt again as they do have Tempesta getting ready to go. So Tempesta will try to send one over to McAniff, and his last punt was gorgeous, right around 50 yards or so, pinning Chatham inside the 30-yard line.
But that was also the only one not returned by McAniff.
That's true. It left it right over his head as they nearly blocked this one. Line drive, but they are going to get him inside the 20. So another good one there. They didn't have quite the distance, but got the job done. You want to make sure that McAniff doesn't return it, and you also want to make sure that you pin him back a good distance. So Tempesta doing a nice job here on special teams.
Yeah, they learned that lesson after about 3 McAniff returns that set up those 3 touchdown drives. They're going to mark them right at the 20, it looks like. One official was back by the 16, but 2 are at the 20, and it looks like that's where this will begin.
Yeah, I think the 16 is a good call here. It rolled a lot, but that was after it went out of bounds. So those extra 4 yards, though, could make a big difference as Chatham come back out there after the fumble by Hogan on the run up the middle.
Chatham begins here their second drive of this half, out close to the 15.
So the Cougars getting ready to go. 2 receivers up top. They're actually moving Caden Gabriel over on the near side slot again. That kind of tells me that maybe a screen to the outside there to try to make something happen with Freeman. And over at the top, of course, is McAniff. He's been great today. McAniff in the first half, 3 catches for 34 yards. He's looking Arden's way, firing it deep. He's got double coverage in him. He catches the ball, but he's out of bounds.
Yep.
It's a nice ball, but just a little too far outside. Arden read it perfectly, but, you know, that big white stripe of paint says otherwise.
Yeah, very good throw from Hogan. First real time we've seen his arm today, and in those conditions, even more impressive. Threaded it right through 2 Morris Hills defenders, unfortunately, just a little bit outside, to quote Bob Euchert.
So now we got second down and 10. And it's good to see Hogan kind of let it rip at some point today. We were hoping to see that. Arden flipping. He's now on the other side of the field, and Bingham is pulled in as a tight end. Hogan looking that way again. A give to Boyd. Boyd with some room to run up the middle. And he's pancaked down by Oswanski. Shep Boyd with a gain of about a long 4 yards for Shep. He's up to 71 yards on the ground now today.
Yeah, looks like they'll give him 5. And it's going to be third down and middle distance to the line to gain.
So here in the second half, yeah, they are going to give him 5. Falling forward, Shep Boyd. I mean, we did see that extension earlier after he put his knee down. And they could go back to the ground. They've picked up a lot of big chunk yardages. They're averaging 7 yards a carry prior to the second half. Freeman going in motion. And they thought that he took a step forward on that one, so it is going to be an illegal procedure call. And they'll go back to where they started. And it'll be third down and 10 coming up for the Cougars.
There you go, a mistake that Coach Pick will definitely be highlighting in film on Monday.
And you'll see this later on, Matt, working for Big State Sports. But what Wes Morris does to avoid that is they do pretty much a military about face when they have somebody moving. You'll see it. It looks like just a straight 90-degree turn, and then they run in that direction. It's pretty fun to see.
I'm excited. That'd be interesting to see, and I hope I do.
The coach, what Coach Henley ends up doing with that program, I mean, they're always doing well. Hogan right over the middle, and Freeman had it on his fingertips, but went out of his hands, so a couple of incomplete passes, and a short run up the middle, and 3 and out for Chatham. That's Freeman's third target of the game, but he has yet to come up with a reception.
Oh, that's acrobatic play. It would have been from Freeman up in the air trying to make that catch, and ball is still wet despite the rain stopping. Still tough conditions here, so Freeman may get a little slack on that one.
Oh, absolutely, especially going no gloves. I ever wear those wide receiver gloves before?
I remember I was in second grade. We would play recess football, and that was right when Odell Beckham made that one-handed catch.
Here's Shep. Little cross the body kick, and it looked like they should have called him down. Yeah, and that's what they're going to do, as Hudson Smith was down on his knees when he picked it up in between the 49 and 50-yard line. I remember once I wore those receiver gloves, and I couldn't believe that people would ever drop the ball.
Yeah.
It's like Velcro, but it still happens.
And that was without the stickum that they used to have in the 80s.
That was without the stickum, yeah, absolutely.
I almost had, I remember this vividly, or maybe this is my mind playing tricks on me, but it was right after the Odell Beckham catch, that one-handed one that you all know. I almost had an interception like that, because it was always throw. Our gym teacher, Mr. Lopresti, threw it over the middle right to me, and I almost had the one-hander, but I dropped it at the last second.
And maybe you would have been on the field instead of broadcasting had you made that interception.
That would have been the highlight of my athletic career, perhaps.
Far back in the shotgun now, you have Hudson Smith as your near side receiver, almost has an H-back in there. As they're looking to send him in motion, does go laterally. Wands back in protection, fire over the middle. Ooh, and a big hit on Parsons on his way up. Parsons did tip that football. And it'll set up 2nd down and 10. Parsons certainly punished for trying to catch that one in the middle of the field.
Yeah, Eden Tornberg came over and laid out the pain, the defensive back, junior, 5'9", 170. And, well, Parsons will definitely be feeling that tomorrow.
Absolutely. Looks like he'll stay out here on the field, though. I mean, he's a tough kid. Parsons, he's been through a lot as well. He had a lot of his friends transfer over to Pope John, and he's a returning player, highly committed to the team. That's why he's earned one of the 3 captain spots here for Morris Hills under Coach Bruce Campbell in his 4th season. Back under center. Smith, tight end on the right side. A pitch to Wands. Wands trying to find a seam. Taken down immediately.
But hold the phone. There is a flag right at the line of scrimmage. It was number 2, Caden Gabriel, on the tackle.
It looks like there could have been a hold here on the near side because I didn't see anything nefarious on the end for Chatham. Let's take a look here. It just looks like Gabriel just rushes in for free from the backfield.
Yeah, no blocking for Morris Hills. I would presume, as you said, a near side hold.
I would imagine that they would decline this, though, because it would set up 3rd down and 12.
We shall see. The officials about to make the call.
Yeah, they are going to decline that. Yeah, I had a feeling. I would imagine that they'd want to just take the loss of yards there. So Wands goes backwards for 2 after that huge hit from Gabriel.
And they also lose a down, 3rd down now.
Absolutely. And Gabriel's getting a lot of good D3 looks. Walk-on at he's got a preferred walk-on status actually at Bucknell, which is good, and a couple of NESCAC looks as well.
Yeah, they're going to keep
Almost
him.
said Nesquick.
Keeping him off the offensive side. Usually he's a running back, but today just playing linebacker.
3rd and 12. Farr looking downfield. He's got a man to the outside, and hit as he throws in the middle of the field as he was looking there for Studer. He had a wide open Parsons over on the outside, but just couldn't see him around the big bodies of Chatham.
And Tempesta, I think, also had a good chance of making a catch. He wasn't very happy that he wasn't targeted there. Perhaps Farrer unable to see him out of the blind side of his helmet.
Yeah, the blitz coming in as well, too, certainly didn't help things. That's probably why some of those receivers were as open as they were. Chatham confident that they could get to the quarterback in time, and that's exactly what they did. They hit him as he threw an incomplete over the middle of the field. Here comes Tempesta. 7:10 left in a very slow 3rd quarter. A lot of stopping and starting here due to the wet conditions. As Tempesta ready to punt. Line drive. McAniff And off of his fingertips, working to the outside. He's got some size. McAniff over to the outside, slips through Parsons, and ran a lot east to west, so maybe only gained about, 7 yards or so, but wound down the clock a little bit, and some decent field position coming up for Chatham.
Well, he ran a lot more than 6 or 7 yards.
Yeah, he certainly did.
He only gained about that much.
So the Morris Hills defense, who has really stood up well after the first 3 drives from Chatham, only really allowing that 1 score from Hogan after the fact, but they've really stalled the passing game well and has forced Chatham to keep it on the ground with Boyd and Hogan.
Yeah, after that first quarter where they were kind of feeling out the Cougars, first time they've seen them this year, first time anybody's seen them this year, it's their opener. Second quarter, they started feeling a little more confident, especially on the defensive side of the ball, and it's shown.
Bingham now lined up as a fullback. 6'3", 225, doesn't get much better than that at the high school level from that position. Hogan dries his hands, throws to the outside, finds Arden. Arden hooks to the inside and is pulled down for a gain of about 7 yards. So Sonny Arden with his second catch of the day. He's got 15 through the air.
Yep, Arden with good effort trying to spin out and make another big gain after the 8-yarder earlier. It was a good tackle from Morris Hills. I was unable to see who made it to keep him, but it'll still be 2nd down and 3 here. So Chatham again, good offensive plays, nice chunk plays in this third quarter.
So 2nd down and short. Bingham goes back to the tight end side. And we're also seeing Dalton Lofton on the outside. They're giving McAniff a bit of a break here on this series after that long run. They give it to Boyd on the option. Boyd right up the middle, has some room, and then is torn down by Wands and company, but finds his way all the way to the 48-yard line. A nice run, and a gain of 11 for Shep Boyd, who just keeps on running.
Put him at the 49. Let's take a look at the replay. Look at this. Shep Boyd continuing his streak of great play from the first half. Just sheds plenty of tacklers, and then Wands finally gets to him right at midfield.
1st and 10 over from the 48. Whistles a bounds here. And apparently maybe the helmet came off for Freeman or something happens, because otherwise I can't imagine why he'd be asked off the field.
He'll be replaced by the sophomore Tommy Schiacchettino. I can say that.
Sacchettano.
Yep. Ah, well, maybe I'm a fake Italian.
No, you're okay. I got it straight from the horse's mouth. As they'll give it to Boyd. Boyd is met in the backfield, and then some extra shoving from Gattulo. Boyd's going to gain about a yard there, but a great tackle by Tempesta.
Extracurricular activity for Chatham and for Morris Hills. The Morris Hills family contingent in front of us, not happy with no call on the play, but only 1 yard gain.
It certainly looks a lot worse for Gattulo because he's so much bigger than everybody else on the field. You see that happen in hockey a lot. You know, a guy that maybe had a clean hit gets sent to the penalty box just because he's so massive.
You would say pick on somebody your own size, but there's nobody his own size.
There certainly are no other 6'4", 295-pounders out here on the field, and very few in the league, as Morris Hills will call a timeout here on 2nd down. And I will step aside as well. 4:47 left in quarter number 3. Cougars driving up 20-0 on Big State Sports.
We believe wealth should work as hard as you do. Whether you're building a business, engineering solutions, or planning for your family's future, we design personalized, tax-efficient strategies to grow, protect, and pass on your legacy. Clarity, control, confidence. Neone Wealth Strategies, empowering wealth one decision at a time.
David A. Santini, CPA, LLC, providing financial peace of mind. Let us take the stress out of taxes for you too. Peace, love, and taxes.
Tired of tired floors? At Washington Floors, we're a family-owned business in Washington, New Jersey. From cozy carpets to stunning hardwoods, we've got your floor covered, literally. Fully insured, fully trusted. Call Washington Floors today at 908-989-0111. Again, that's 908-989-0111.
We come back, 2nd down at about 9. Scarlet Knights burn a timeout here in the third quarter. The rain has stopped. Hogan back in the shotgun set. Hogan looking downfield. Quarterback draw again. Hogan works to the outside and gets turned around. Textbook tackle by Hudson Smith as he's brought down just beyond the 45-yard line. So a nice run there as he picks up about 6, but a good tackle as well.
Hudson Smith with a really good tackle. His first big play on the defensive side today, the DB. And kind of overshadowed earlier in the game by a couple of the other guys, but now with some of the unfortunate injuries that the Scarlet Knights have had, he's starting to show out.
Third down and short from the pistol set, trying to get him to jump. And now they look back to Coach Pick for the actual play call. We've got Dalton Lofton once again down here. Lofton's got one target today, but the pass was incomplete over his head. Covered up by Robert Studer, one of the top corners on the team. Winding down the play clock here, Hogan. He's got to snap it soon. He does, and a little too late there as we either had early motion or a false start. Either way, they're moving back, and it is a delay game.
Yep.
It seemed like Chatham was holding on to that ball awfully long. And
yeah. Now, again, there is no official play clock in New Jersey high school football. It's kept by the officials. It's not on the scoreboards usually. Some schools
yes.
do have it, but the officials usually keep it, so it's usually at their discretion. But I believe they made the right call there. It was a very long time.
Oddly, last week, both games I did had play clocks on the scoreboard. West Orange's field has it, and Bernard's field has it over at Alcott Stadium. So that was a luxury, to say the least.
Good investments.
Oh, for sure. 3rd down and 8 yards to go. Hogan looking back to pass. Arden on a great route here. Sonny Arden with the breadbasket catch. There he goes, and he's pushed out of bounds. No, he keeps going. Wow, inside the 5-yard line. Somehow he was able to control his body to stay in bounds, and a long catch and run for Sonny.
Unbelievable. Let's take a look at the replay. No flags down, I believe.
There is a flag after the play.
Great turnaround catch for Arden. Such a great play from the senior receiver. So the officials are conferencing.
49 to the 5, so it's a 44-yard catch and run for Sonny Arden.
But we'll see if it'll be negated by a little after-the-play activity.
We do have it unsportsmanlike against Chatham. It's not going to go all the way back.
But it will be negated just a tiny bit.
Yeah, it'll go back a little. So you still give Arden the 44 yards, and then you push Chatham back another 15.
That's still a nice chunk play for the Cougars. They're at the Morris Hills 20 now.
And this is where, you know, if you would have stepped out of bounds, it would have been anyway. Yeah. So all it really does is erase that extra effort, but does not take away that long bomb that we just saw, and a great throw from Hogan.
Oh, yeah, the first real connection for Hogan deep today.
And that was a nice stop-and-go route, too. I just happened to be looking on that end of the field. Arden faked like he was going in for the curl, went deep, got the safety to bite. And it'll be 1st down and 10 from the Morris Hills 20-yard line. Once again, Lofton in motion. Lofton in as a tight end now. Hogan, a give to Boyd. Boyd following his blockers, keeps on going, rips away. Here comes Shep Boyd. He's brought down. Is he in the end zone? And he's just short. A gain of, I mean, you got to give him 20 yards there. He's short by just a hair, but an angry run for Shep Boyd.
Shep Boyd has to be an inch short of his 3rd touchdown of the day in his return to Chatham football after 2 years away. Unbelievable varsity debut. We're going to get a timeout here, I believe, called by Morris Hills.
And we're going to keep it right here. 37 yards this half for Shep Boyd. He's now got 104 yards on the ground in his varsity debut as a running back. I mean, can't ask for much better than that coming from Shep, a lacrosse superstar, but there was no doubt in my mind when Coach Pick told me he was going to be RB1 for the entirety of the season. This kid is an athlete.
That sounds like player of the game material right there, Zach.
Certainly does. Certainly does, and we've got our T-shirts. You can always watch our Player of the Game interviews on our Instagram account, at Big State Sports. Our Player of the Game today is brought to you by Open Road Mazda of Morristown. And this 3rd quarter and this timeout brought to you by Abe's Bagel House. Take a timeout at Abe's Bagel House, serving the best bagels in Rockaway and the Morris County area. Check them out at 973-315-6374 at their website, abesbagelhousemenu.com. And if you have something to package up, well, especially if you need specialty packaging equipment and manufacturers of such gear, check them out at 862-209-4884. So 1st and goal from the half-yard line. Let's see if they give it to Boyd again for the hat trick. Hogan to Boyd. Boyd just runs, walks right in, touchdown, Shep Boyd. It's 3 touchdowns for Shep today, over 100 yards. An incredible effort for this young man's varsity debut.
And Boyd could have waltzed in there. He could have done a
little 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
A nice tap dance going into the end zone if he wanted to, but all he does is just show the amount of effort that we've seen all day from him. 1 yard and 50 yards means the same to Shep Boyd, and it's shown today. 4-yard rushing touchdown, 8-yard rushing touchdown, and 1-yard rushing touchdown, but he's had so many yards, over 100 today.
It's pretty remarkable to see, too. I mean, again, this was a team that was heavy on the air last year. I think they got about 2/3 of their yards by way of Will Allen's arm, and yet this time around it's been ground, heads up, or rather, hats off to Coach Piccarello, making the adjustment with his personnel as this one goes up and is good. So it'll be 27-0 in favor of Chatham. Morris Hills with about 3 minutes left here in the third quarter, but the Cougars, again, finding their groove here in the third. And I feel like the scoreboard a little deceptive here, Matt, as well, because Morris Hills' defense has made a lot of great stands today. They forced a fumble. They've got a couple of sacks. They have a lot of tackles for a loss. Their offense has just struggled to stay on the field today against a much bigger and more experienced defense on the side for Chatham. But all we've heard about these Morris Hills players has certainly come to fruition here today from Coach Campbell. They are tough. They play hard. They don't give up on any of the plays, and they still feel confident despite being down a lot to a division rival.
The roster must be made up of at least 75% sophomores, which means, and most of those sophomores are going to get taps today or in this season.
Yeah.
So they're going to have a lot of experience going through junior and senior year. This Morris Hills team is on the up and up.
Well, and they've only got another thing with this team too is they only have a handful of returners. Like Parsons is back. Sapansky, Devin Ginder's back, but really a lot of this team is brand new players that played on a freshman schedule last year. As here comes Hudson Smith, one of those guys, and he's brought down again by a prowl of Cougars right around the 24-yard line. So that is where Farrow and company will set up shop. We'll see if they go to the air a little bit more. He put a lot more touch on his passes here in the third quarter, so let's see if that momentum can continue for him.
Yeah, I mean, Morris Hills, you said they lost a lot of guys. They lost all of their offensive leaders. Manny Ospino, who was their leading passer, Ferreira, their leading rusher, and Nick Rex, who was their receiving leader and their sack leader last year. But these sophomores are going to step up, and they're going to fill those roles quite nicely, no matter what the scoreboard says today.
Shout out to Caleb Muller, by the way, your eye in the sky. He's got to be absolutely drenched up there. He'll be wringing out his clothes after the conclusion of this one. And, of course, Tatiana Camacho for keeping the stream rolling smoothly.
George, if you're watching, maybe invest in some umbrellas.
I would love a big state umbrella. That'd be awesome. They're going a little more spread now. Smith in motion. Farrer looking that direction. Fires over the middle, up in the air as it goes out of the hands of Parsons. That's the second time he's been targeted today. No receptions for the number 5.
It was a good idea to try and go to Parsons there. He seemed pretty open in the middle, and he does have a height advantage on most of the Chatham defenders in the secondary and in the linebacker core. Just, unfortunately, just over his hands. And again, seeing that for Farr, just first couple of games, first couple of touches on the varsity level, trying to build a connection. He does have that sort of connection. He played with these guys mostly throughout his youth days back in up until 8th grade, but still different kind of game in high school.
Well, absolutely. I mean, again, you don't have anybody pushing 300 pounds at that low, or hopefully anyway. As here comes Wands, they give him the ball again. Wands has had a couple of carries today. This will be his 5th, and he gains a yard this time around. He's got 5 carries for -3 yards so far today. It's just been a little telegraphed, every time that he's run the ball here, and Chatham's been ready for it, especially with those big and speedy defensive ends.
Yeah, and we're closing in on the end of the third quarter here. Just over 2 minutes remain, and so far the scoreboard's been all Chatham, but as we've said, Morris Hills has had some good defensive plays especially.
Oh, for sure, and that's the backbone too. Like, if you can come around and slow down a team, and especially teams that are a little bit more similar to their caliber, they're going to win a bunch of games this year. I see a lot of wins on their schedule a little bit farther down, and they just happen to play in an incredibly tough division here in Morris County. Farrer from the shotgun, evades some pressure, looking on the run, and Arden with a great play right there. Sonny Arden jumps the route there.
He nearly intercepted that between his legs.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, he jumps the route there as they were looking for Hudson Smith, and You can see this there. He almost juggles this like a soccer ball at one point.
Yeah. Watch. All you need to do is watch. Look at that. Oh, he nearly had like a basketball under there.
Woo. I mean, why not, right? An interception is an interception. But
would have been the first today. Surprisingly, it's been pretty well played for both quarterbacks today.
Absolutely. Very clean. Hogan with the only turnover today on a slippery condition fumble up the middle of the field. Punt goes up. A lot of hang time again. McAniff on the hop over by the 40-yard line. And McAniff will scamper out of bounds and almost under the tent on the Morris Hill sideline. Another great punt return for him. And it's insane how big he is compared to everybody else out here on the field.
Yeah.
6'2", 195. It looks like he doesn't even see the defenders coming in at him. His eye level is so much higher.
Doesn't really need to see the defenders, especially on those returns. He's just been running right through them. I want to talk about that Morris Hill schedule that you were mentioning earlier. They've got Warren Hills next week. That's going to be a tough game, another tough league game, but perhaps a winnable game because Warren Hills last year 4-5. Morris Hills trying to win the Battle of the Hills is there perhaps, and then they've got a game at Hackettstown Friday the 19th. So we'll see what they can do there. They end the month at Riverdale. That's going to be a tough one because Riverdale went on that big state run last year to the sectional final.
And we know what Nymphius brings to the table. He's one of the most well-regarded coaches in the entire state. Every time his name always gets brought up with a lot of prestige right behind it. Hogan, another give to Boyd. Boyd shoves to the outside, and a nice shoestring tackle coming in from Robert Studer. So Studer brings down the speedy Boyd, and a a rush of 4 yards there for Boyd, who already has 6 carries in the second half.
Shep Boyd, as we said, the RB1 for this year for Chatham. Oh, my God.
You're right, man. It's still week 1.
Yeah.
Second down, 6 yards to go. And again, they've been more than content to just keep this ball on the ground, save that long pass over to Arden. And it looks like Tempesta kind of showed his hand a little bit. Perhaps a corner blitz, but he's moving back now. Here's Boyd. Again, plows up the middle. And Shep will pick up another 4 yards, back-to-back 4-yard carries. And it'll bring them awfully close.
All they need, 4 yards. We do have a flag down.
Yeah, we have some laundry here. Potentially another hole as the officials gave the shush shine over to the Morris Hills end. And it is a personal foul that is going to be called against Chatham. So they'll tack that backwards after the end of the run. And Chatham now down another 15, but the penalties haven't really hurt him too much today.
No, 45 seconds now left in the third quarter. And this will be third down quite long, but back on their own end of the field at their own 49.
So they do have the loss of down on that ball on the 49-yard line for Chatham. We saw what Hogan could do with his arm. And it looks like they have a new receiver on the outside as well. It is the 12 of Olin Coletta, the junior wideout. So he'll be the receiver over on the far side of the field.
5'11", 150 for Coletta. Looks like that'll be his first touch if he makes a catch.
Let's see if they end up going that direction. They have Arden in the slot now, which is often where they like to go. Hogan, look in that direction. Zips one. Oh, what a fingertip grab by Sonny Arden. Are you kidding me? Sonny Spider-Man Arden makes a great grab in there. A gain of 15. It'll be 4th and 1.
Folks, this may be the offensive play of the game right here. Look at this catch. Sonny Arden. Watch the snap here. Watch the protection as well from the Chatham line, giving plenty of time to Hogan. Oh, my goodness, Zach.
Oh, man, it looks like he's your friendly neighborhood, superhero hanging out over there. Out in Queens. We might have to get Toby Maguire to star in a movie about Sonny Arden.
Yeah, but despite all the heroics there, he was still short of the first down. It's going to be 4th and 1.
It'll be 4th and 1 on the other side of the field when we come back. Chatham once again driving at midfield, up 27-0 right here on Big State Sports.
Our goal with every project is to provide our customers with exceptional workmanship, extraordinary service, and professional integrity while constructing a superior product that you can enjoy for years to come. Visit athleticfieldsofamerica.com. This game is brought to you by Aaron Mizzarelli of State Farm in Randolph. My licensed and experienced team members are here to serve you for all of your insurance and financial service needs in New Jersey and New York. We offer excellent customer service, and our office is conveniently located in Randolph, New Jersey. For a free auto, home, life, or business quote, visit us at aaronmizzarelli.com or call us at 973-389-9999.
AP Roofing and Siding, your local experts in roofing, siding, trim, and exterior work. We deliver the best service, quality products, and peace of mind, no matter the size of the job. Call now for your free estimate at 908-879-4729 or visit us at aproofingendsiding.com.
All right, here we go. Start of the fourth quarter here on Big State Sports. Zach Small and Matt Merlano hanging out with you. Kayla Muller up top, and, of course, Tatiana Camacho, my fellow Bloomfield Bengal, over to my left side. Chatham in a 4th down and 1 situation here. This is almost certainly a Shep Boyd or a Ryan Hogan run up the middle. Let's see what they devise here to keep this drive going. Hogan, they give it to Boyd. Boyd shoves past one. It looks like he'll get just enough. And with forward progress, Boyd will gain about 3 yards. And again, behind that big offensive line, you know, it's easy to run those distances here on those short yardage plays. Certainly helps a lot at, you know, instead of opening the playbook, it limits it in a good way because you know you can just go to some of those HB dives to get those short yards.
Yeah, to me it looked like the officials whistled it dead a little early there than they probably should have. They only gave him about a yard to gain when he dove forward for maybe 3 or 4.
But Chatham, they might just take the time anyway. The mountains, by the way, to our right look absolutely gorgeous with some of the clouds hovering just above them and some of them cascading onto them.
Picturesque.
Let's see if Chatham can continue to cascade some points on the scoreboard. Here's Boyd, runs to the outside. Here's Shep again, has another block. Shep, one more man to beat. He runs all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. Shep Boyd, 32 yards on the ground, his 4th touchdown of the game, and there's no stopping this kid. Chatham now up 33-0.
Welcome back to football, Shep Boyd. His other touchdown runs have been quite small, 4, 8, and 1 yards respectively. This one, a little bit bigger, about 35 yards. And look at Boyd just beating everybody on the Morris Hills defense there, pretty much untouched going into the end zone.
Yeah, it looks like Parsons may have gotten a fingertip on him there at the very end, but that'll begin running clock time now. As Chatham up by 33. That's exactly the number, too. You had to be up 33 in the second half for the clock to keep on moving, except for an injury or a timeout. So a kick coming up. He is 3 for 4 today, Semioli. He's got the compression over on his left as he kicks with his right. That one loops up and is good. So 4 for 5 on the day. And Chatham continuing their dominance over Morris Hills. Another big scoring effort out here today with the clock winding down. But, you know, we'll still get to see a little bit more out of this Hills team. We'll see what kinds of creativity they can have on the offensive end and maybe punch one in before the end of the contest.
Yeah, and right now, if I'm a coach, now's just learning time. No offense, but don't really have a chance of winning this game, unfortunately, with a 34-point lead now. But you still have 9.5 minutes to go out and try and learn and try and prepare yourself. Treat this maybe as a walkthrough of the next game or as a walkthrough of your season now, just to get some more preparation in there. Perhaps maybe even put in some of the JV guys, get them experience, see what they can do.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see what they end up going with out here today. And this kickoff coming up is brought to you by Dustin Lofton, your trusted real estate partner, navigating the market with expertise and integrity. And, of course, right here, not necessarily because it's a close game, but it is crunch time right now for Morris Hills, which is brought to you by Top Mental Games. Struggling with confidence, consistency, and playing scared and tight? Learn how to unlock your potential and perform at your best when it matters the most with Top Mental Game. Get the same personalized tools that professional athletes use to play with confidence, increase resilience, and build the champion's mindset. Visit topmentalgame.com to schedule your free consultation. Of course, if you like what you see right here on Big State Sports, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you want your game on the air, email our very good friend and Director of Broadcast Procurement, Sue Lamello, Sue at BigStateSports.com, as a good return that time. And again, running into a wall of Cougars, Tanner Bryant. So Hills will start things off around the 21.5-yard line over on their end.
I'm sure Sue enjoyed that Mendham game last night.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, and she was up on vacation in Cape Cod, too, watching her son play, so that was really cool.
Yeah.
And well-deserved vacation for her. Works very hard getting building our schedule, helping get the games on the air. Of course, Katura Sassaman as well over in our office. And then, you know, we can't do any of our production stuff without the great work of Kelly Barta and Parker Swift, so big thank you to all of them as well. Joel Kanya on the advertisement side, and, of course, Christian Copen, my partner, when it comes to the social media arm of the business.
And let's tell you, even though it shows we have 21 games this week,
Oh, yeah.
we're always open to more.
Absolutely, especially on Saturdays and Thursdays. That's what we're looking for. Here's Wands looking for some yards here, and oh my goodness, a wave comes crashing down on top of him, led by Colby Stratemeyer, the junior. He's their starting long snapper, but getting some reps here on the linebacking core, and Wands was able to get ahead for about a yard, but got pushed back a lot more after the fact.
Good to see. He's getting some touches, 24 for Chatham, as you said, Stratemeyer. One thing that was very surprising to me when I researched these Cougars, they've never won a sectional championship. Very surprising for some reason to me. But then again, they have had rough stretches, especially in the past couple of years.
Of course, and then, early on, there used to be 2 high schools in Chatham, too, so maybe one of the 2 had one back before the sectional days.
I believe Chatham Township High School, if I remember.
But no, Coach Piccarello, like you mentioned at the top of the broadcast, has really turned this program around, and, that's what Bruce Campbell is hoping to do right here as well, as this is a carry from Hudson Smith. He'll pick up about 1. So he's back to an even 0 on the ground now and just 2 carries. It's been really tough sledding here against this big defensive line for Chatham, but you admire the Knights. They're sticking with their game plan. They're still feeling things out here in week 1 after that big win against Dover. And, it's a nice test. Coach Campbell said this was a benchmark game out here today to kind of see where his team is at. So you can tell there's still work to be done, but all the little mechanical things seem right. It really just seems like a size problem at this point, which will resolve itself in the next year or 2.
Yes, all you got to do is just wait a little bit, have some patience, and eventually you're going to get there. Just keep making sure they're practicing and making great plays on and off the field.
Farr is looking downfield. He's got Parsons and throws one out of bounds, though, ahead for Studer. Parsons was running pretty deep that time around, and he had a beat on the 21 of Aiden Tornberg, but instead kept his eyes a little bit closer instead of downfield, so that'll send up a 4th down and long here for Morris Hills. And I think that's another thing, too. Farr with some of his reads. He's had some guys downfield, but I think he's really married to some of these short passes from time to time. I would like to see him maybe take a little bit more chances because his receivers are faster than he thinks.
And perhaps that's Coach Bruce Campbell just trying to keep him small to start things off, trying to maybe wait and see what he's doing in practice or even now at this time of the game when it doesn't really matter. It'd be nice to see.
Another good punt here. This time it's fielded. Oh, beautiful tackle coming in from Colin Apgar, as that was the 16 of Charlie Stanley.
Another great defensive play from Apgar. He had one of the 2 Morris Hill sacks earlier.
He's had some big hits today as well. And then, also on the defensive side, if we can name a defensive player of the game out here today, we only have 1 T-shirt, but Joe Wadley with the sack and the forced fumble. He was really showing up and showing out here as, again, one of this massive sophomore contingent for Morris Hill. So Chatham will take over at midfield with a 5-minute running clock here. So they could potentially just hang on to the ball for the rest of the contest, especially if they continue with it on the ground. And looks like they are bringing the 2nd unit in. Milo Semioli will get a couple of reps from the quarterback position, and joining him in the backfield will be Will Ritchie.
Semioli was the kicker, and he has been for today's game, and I'm sure he'll continue that throughout the season.
All new receivers here as a nice little rumble up the middle from Ritchie. And Ritchie will get about 4 yards or so. So that should end the day for Shep Boyd. So I'll do a little back of the napkin calculations to see exactly how many yards he ended up picking up today. But again, I mean, talk about a debut today. Coming back, hasn't played football since his freshman year, focused solely on lacrosse. Like you said, snagged that scholarship from Michigan and decides, hey, let's be part of the team here in the fall. And certainly a good addition.
And you don't even have to calculate how many yards to tell what kind of game he's had. All you need to do is look at the fact that he's had 4 touchdowns today out of the 5 total for Chatham and just know it's been an incredible debut.
Another nice run up the middle from Ritchie, running like a bowling ball. He's normally the 3rd running back on the roster behind Caden Gabriel, but getting some quality touches here as he'll get a few. And it'll be just short of the 1st down now.
Yep, 3rd and 1 coming up from the Morris Hills 40 for Chatham. It is still going to be Semioli and the 44 of Ritchie in the backfield. Ritchie's taken most of these snaps. We'll see if they go to the air with Semioli, but perhaps they will just keep it on the ground and try to run out the clock here. Ritchie did get to play on the defensive side last year. He had an interception and a pick 6 last year.
They thought they saw a false start there. A.J. Davis actually turned around there, thought that he got the O-line to jump. And here we go up again. Another high-quality run for Richie, and he's over the first down marker and more. So here's the final line for Shep Boyd here today. 20 touches for 170 yards and 4 touchdowns, including 19 rushes for 148 on the ground, and all of those touchdowns.
I cannot believe that. His first game back. Unbelievable.
And especially with how Hills has played defense today. I mean, again, this is a team that only gave up 6 points to Dover. And again, Dover's a team that's still trying to figure things out on their end, but they've penetrated the offensive line quite well despite the size disparity. They have really good, solid tacklers there. So it certainly is, it's no joke that Boyd got all of those yards out here today. This is a tough Hills defense.
Perhaps the focus coming into this week for Coach Pick was rush offense and not pass offense.
Well, it certainly has worked out well, as here we go with Semioli. He'll throw one to the outside. Nice little catch and run, as bringing him down is Ginder. And in on the reception is the 18 of Shakatano. And I believe that's his first career varsity reception, so congratulations to Shakatano. And I also think for Semioli, that's his first career varsity completion, so congratulations to him as well.
Nice to see the Italians getting some respect out here.
Absolutely. You always got to give them respect.
We are in Jersey, after all.
Absolutely. Very proud Italian heritage throughout the state. Of course, Tatiana and I grew up around a lot of that, growing up in Bloomfield. Second down and about a yard to go. A new running back in, the 21 of Tornberg. And instead it's going to be Semioli. Semioli working to the outside and has his legs taken out from under him by Tyler Marks, who was the special teams whiz. Probably the guy that loves special teams more than anything else. Also great as that will linebacker and stops him short of the first down.
Yeah, incredible. We said it at the start with Marks. You said he plays special teams over anything. I think he may be the only football player in America that says that, but it's good to have that. You got to have your specialty.
Absolutely, he loves it. I mean, we must have spent about 5 minutes talking just about how much he loves special teams when I was talking to Coach Campbell. Potentially last play of the game here. Give to Tornberg. Tornberg dances around the inside, gets enough for the first down, and Chatham should just let this clock run down at the end with that running clock. 26 seconds left to go. Making that tackle at the end was Hunter Tempesta, and let's kind of put a bow on this game here, Matt. Chatham, comes out, another big win against Morris Hills. They now won 4 in a row against their divisional rivals. Hogan looked great. The offensive line looked great. Everybody looked like they hadn't skipped a beat from last season. And then, of course, the new face in Shep Boyd with a dominant performance in the rushing game. But some positives for Hills in this game, too. You look at it up on the scoreboard, 34-0. You can say, well, what positive do you take away from this game? Farrer never panicked over there in the pocket as a sophomore. Their line did everything technically correct in this game.
Yes.
They were just outmatched by size. And, again, 4 of them are sophomores.
The line on both sides of the ball did everything technically correct. But the Chatham defense, perhaps the biggest story in this game and in this rivalry. 3 out of the past 4 years they've shut him out, and they've only let up 7 points total since 2022.
So counting this game, Chatham has now outscored Morris Hills 145-7 in the last 4 meetings, but some tells me that's going to change next year when these two teams meet. A great defensive effort from Morris Hills, but Chatham an all-around effort. They go to 1-1 and a big divisional win. Morris Hills drops to 1-1. A big thank you to all of our sponsors out here today. For Caleb Muller up top, your eye in the sky, for braving the elements. Tatiana Camacho for keeping the stream running smoothly. My broadcast partner, Matt Milano, was a ton of fun to work with out here today. My name is Zach Small, and remind you, as always, to stay frosty. And we'll see you next time here on Big State Sports. I want to run right behind that big right guard in Catullo. Let's see if they do that here. As they do, give it right up the middle of the Boyd. They run to that right side. Touchdown, Chatham. It's their first score of the season as 1-2 punch there, subbing in and out. But Boyd will get the lion's share of carries this season as they go with 2 backs here. Also joined by 23 of Finn Matthews. And there we go, Boyd off and running. Boyd keeps going over the 30, and Wands brings him down with Hudson Smith on the bottom of your screen. Two receivers out to the right side. Pair of tight ends as well. They give it to Boyd. Boyd, nowhere to run, stretches out, and
another fumble.
Ball did joining as a fullback in the backfield.
You think that helps?
Absolutely. They give it over to Boyd. Boyd, room to run, cuts inside, and touchdown, Shep Boyd. An 8-yard run for Shep. He's got 2 touchdowns. Right side, you wonder if it's screen time now for Chatham. 3rd and 15. Hogan looking downfield, and it is a screen. Over to Boyd. Boyd with room to run, gets the first down. Boyd puts his shoulder down and just falls down shy of the 50-yard line. So Shep Boyd.
The line carving some nice holes for this Chatham running game with Boyd and Hogan.
He's second down and about 14. Hogan looks to the outside. He's going to go again. Following his big lineman. Lost the football, juggling it around. It looks like Hills have it. Back under center. Smith, tight end on the right side. A pitch to Wands. Wands trying to find a seam. Oh, taken down immediately.
But hold the phone. There is a flag right at the line of scrimmage. It was number 2.
Once again, Lofton in motion. Lofton in as a tight end now. Hogan, a give to Boyd. Boyd following his blockers, keeps on going, rips away. Here comes Shep Boyd. He's brought down as he in the end zone. So 1st and goal from the half-yard line. Let's see if they give it to Boyd again for the hat trick. Hogan to Boyd. Boyd just runs, walks right in, touchdown, Shep Boyd. It's 3 touchdowns for Shep today, over 100 yards.
Looks like that'll be his first touch if he makes a catch.
Let's see if they end up going that direction. They have Arden in the slot now, which is often where they like to go. Hogan looking that direction. Zips one. Oh, what a fingertip grab by Sonny Arden. Are you kidding me? Sonny spider